Where's my music? All right. Take 3. And we're back, says Walking America. Okay, let me see if I can get some chat going here. Still not seeing chat. Let me try loading back up that social stream application again. TikTok chat is live. Oh, showing numbers. You know, the one thing I did differently over the last couple days was I left the computer on. I didn't reboot it. So maybe I have to reboot before going. Ah, look, chat's working. Maybe I have to go live or have to reboot the computer before I go live. That used to be the case, but I thought this new PC, I may be able to avoid that. I guess not. But we got a, how's it going from Hussein? How's it going, Hussein? How are you now? Very confusing, but here we are. We'll give everybody a minute to come in. Hussein, how are you doing? I hope things are well. Hope you had a great weekend. Oh, the camera's jittery again. Oh, I don't like this, that we're having continual issues. Yo, Darth Wacko, what's happening? Hey, look at that. There's a weird jitter to the camera. Now, if I move slow, it's not as apparent. But as soon as I move a little more quickly. Huh, never had this problem before today. Get out of the Matrix. That was another thing, talking about the Superb Owl, the Super Bowl. I was quite let down because every year one of the most exciting things for me is the commercials and specifically movie trailers that we get to see. And there was not, that I can remember, and this could be wrong or it could be, can I switch screens? Oh, you mean like the problem I had before that wouldn't let me? Can I do it now? What? That problem's back. I can't. The whole reason I rebooted. It's something Elgato related, which is interesting. The camera just fixed itself. Maybe over time this will fix itself. I don't know. We're going to have to just figure it out with the stream today. Oh yeah, OBS is giving me the blue circle of death again. Well, this is not good. Darth Wacko says snooze fest. Oh, some of the software is still opening. Commercials, even the halftime show. So yeah, we talked about the halftime show at length just a minute ago. Yeah, there were no new big, like we had a new Thunderbolts trailer. Many of you probably already seen online because that's what they do these days. But there was no F1 trailer. I was expecting to see something for that. There were no other movie trailers for movies that had not already been announced or revealed that I can remember. Monster Pete should be live on TikTok, yeah. I go to TikTok, Twitch, YouTube twice, Twitter. Yeah, Boba James, maybe. Let's see. OBS is just having a fit, man. Having a fit. As long as it's broadcasting to you guys right now, we'll figure out how to do it. We'll figure out what to do here. Yeah, that was weird too. Nadu6, they showed that commercial, but then online they're like, here's the banned version. I think the only difference was when his eyeball rolled out. I don't know. They're trying to make a bigger deal out of it to using the word banned, just like they do with social media headlines, the old, clickbait. I think they were trying to make a clickbait thing out of that. See, Miss Jesse's, I was implying that maybe you had seen that before. Maybe it wasn't new. Maybe it was. I don't know. Once I see one trailer for a film, I don't want to see anymore. So I purposely I'm like, oh, cool, Thunderbolts. I'm very excited to see this film. I don't want any more of it ruined, and I kind of dial out a little bit. I go look at my phone or something else because I honestly wish they would stop doing this. But I know it's because they have to speak to the lowest common denominator, the people that don't necessarily care about the film. They're trying to draw them in by showing different things. For me, I wish I had the option to say mute all future trailers for this film. I'm going to see it anyway. You already have me. Save your money. Don't advertise to me anymore. I'm hitting the button. That's what I'm doing with this motion. Hitting the button. Freeze all future ads on this. I don't want to see it. I don't want to know anything about it. Yeah, for you, I'm all for you, Miss Jessie Star. I hope you get to see everything, Bucky, you want. Monster Pete says, I can't find you on YouTube. Let's see if it may not have gone live again on YouTube. It's hit or miss, man. It is very hit or miss. And since OBS is having issues, it could be Stream Elements related that's having issues. At least the vertical is live. If you go to my channel, at Nerds Unite Us, it shows that the vertical is live. So you could check that. But the horizontal, for whatever reason, is not. I don't understand why one would be and the other wouldn't. Yeah, and OBS is essentially unusable for me right now, which is a real shame. The only way I can see the chat is to have it up over here on the side. I don't know what's going on. I'm most likely going to have to update a bunch of stuff and check to see if I need to roll back anything. I don't know why it would work for 10 minutes and then fail. Maybe something updated in the background. I don't know. But OBS, I can't even click on anything right now. The fact that it's sending the signal at all is crazy to me. To be fair, they only put a teaser and then full trailer now available. Also weird to me. Like, honestly, one of my favorite Super Bowl experiences ever was the first trailer for The Matrix. So back in 1999 or whenever it was, I was at a buddy's house. We're all drinking, having a good time. And on comes the trailer for this movie. And I'm like, well, cool technology that they can film that now. That's really amazing. I'm excited to see the movie. And then I see the movie and, like, it forever changed my experience. Tony Torres, what's happening? My movie-going experience, my movie fan, everything. That was just one of the most groundbreaking, amazing movies of my lifetime. It ranks right up there in the top 5 for sure. Seeing that in the theater was a game changer. It was on par with seeing Ghostbusters when I was a kid for the first time, or Back to the Future for the first time. And you only get a handful of those in your life. Well, seeing that trailer, I saw the trailer at the Super Bowl. We had the internet, but we weren't using it to watch trailers before the Super Bowl. And then we watched it again on TV later, and it really hyped me up to see the movie. I don't know what's going on with advertising right now. I know things have changed, but I find it very odd that these movie companies have decided that the Super Bowl is not the place that they need to advertise their films. I know it's expensive. Oh, things are changing. Things are changing. I pushed that button like 5 minutes ago. Oh, okay, now I have control again. Wow, that was weird. That was very weird. Obviously, seeing Return of the Jedi for the first time was live. Yeah, that ranks up there. Yeah, for sure. That kind of experience. That's what I'm talking about. The chat is updating again over here. Okay. Your package shows it's scheduled to arrive Thursday. Oh, nice. I did. Okay, beautiful. Thank you. That's exciting. Okay, well, let's try all this again. Now we're closer to 11. We can get into the actual superb Owl Square stuff. I think we've now sent out, 2 or 3 times, letting everybody know that I'm live. I tweeted about it. I put it on Instagram stories, whatever. I think we've done all the things. Before we jump into it, let's play a quick Twitchy Tides game, and a reminder to everybody that when it comes to your snapshots, hey, all right, let's go. When it comes to your snapshots, which they put under upcoming, still makes 0 sense to me how this page is laid out at all. Upcoming snapshots, redemption starts. I'm not bad mouthing them. I got to be very careful about this. I don't want them to think I'm bad mouthing them. That's not the case. I just think from a user standpoint, it's very confusing when you come to this page. You don't know this is meant to be a helpful calendar, but it is. The snapshot occurs February 12th. That's tomorrow. So at 11 a.m. Pacific is when that happens. Make sure you've got your packs openers sold. Make sure you've got all your epics sold. If they're extras, if you don't need the epics, sell it before tomorrow. Get some money. You can buy it back later if you want to hold it. Double check and make sure your royalty sets are complete. If you think you have a royalty set for Stranger Things, make sure it says 1. If you think you have 2 royalty sets, make sure it says 2. And then check your listings. And make sure you don't have anything Stranger Things related on sale that might impact your royalty sets. Because if it had 1 epic listed and it sells, and now you have 1 less epic, you may have 1 less royalty set. And I don't want to see that happen to anybody. It's very easy to make those mistakes. But do all that by tonight. Don't wait till tomorrow. Tomorrow it's gonna be panicky and you're gonna make mistakes. Don't do that. Don't do that. I'm lacking the epics for the royalty. Don't know if I'll be able to complete it. I mean, it's a matter of, do you want to spend the money? If we're talking Stranger Things, as I pointed out earlier, this one, whoops, I'm off the Stranger Things page. This one is going for $20+ right now. This Eddie, which I desperately need. If you have extras, get them up for sale immediately, because there was only 9 available on the market earlier. Yep, still 9. Some of the others are very affordable, but you've got this one at 20, this one at 10. That's not bad. 14, 17. And there's the least amount of those available on the market. You could easily put this Eddie up, maybe get 19, maybe even $20 for it right now. And then you could use that to parlay into other things. So if you're not going to complete a royalty set, I'm going to have to do this. But if you're not going to complete a royalty set and you only have like 3 of the 13, well, sell the 3 now and get some money for it. Don't just sit on it. That's going to hurt you. That's going to really hurt you. Darth Echo, yeah, I'm liking the epics. Wait, Nadu said something a second ago. I'm all out of sorts here. I think since everything has gone streaming and digital, they may have a new way of advertising and how to get people attention and not airing on the Super Bowl for a huge fee. Now, I agree. They got to look at their return on their dollar. But 116 million people worldwide watching the 8th largest televised sporting event, you could probably take out sporting, probably the 8th largest televised event yearly, surely is worth the $1 or $2 million or even $3 million a minute that they've currently, the supply and demand has dictated. I don't know. I'm in marketing, but I'm not at that level of marketing for sure, right? I don't know. But it seems silly to me that it's changed so drastically, right? You got baby puppy monkey making a return, but you don't have a trailer for like F1. I would have thought for sure Apple's making a big deal out of this movie. We hadn't got the trailer yet. I thought that was going to be the perfect time to put it out. Maybe Apple, you're right, is like, we hold our beer. We're fine. We got this. For everyone that's hated the teams and didn't want this game, they sure had a lot of viewers. That was, to be fair, the 115 was the estimated before the Super Bowl even started. I don't know what the actual viewership of the Super Bowl was. Let's see. Actual viewership Super Bowl 59. 126 million. So slightly higher than what I thought. That's using Nielsen's numbers, which I used to dog on, but I think we have somebody here that actually is in Nielsen's household, and they've made a lot of changes over the years, so that's probably pretty accurate. Along with streaming data from Tubi and the NFL, the network estimates 126 million people tuned into the broadcast on Fox, Fox Deportes, Telemundo. That's good numbers, man. 126 million people. If 126 million people went and saw your film at $10 a ticket, is that over $1 billion? No. That'd be 12.6. What would that be? 126 million. Why can't I do basic math anymore? It is 1.2. No. I didn't want 10%. What is that? Is that 1.2 billion? That's what I want to go with. Yeah, just add a 0. Exactly. Apple was the sponsor for the halftime show. Oh, okay. Which apparently they only had to pay Kendrick Lamar $1,100. So savings were there. I'm just kidding. I don't know. I have no idea. It's all very interesting. All right, let's roll a quick Twitchy Tides game, and then we'll do our Superb Owl stuff. I really wanted to wait till 11 so we can make sure to get everybody in here. Yeah, let's go straight to a game here. We'll talk about this stuff later. Too expensive, 30 seconds, 8 million. That's nuts. I mean, the too expensive is relative. It's relative. You have to make that decision. It's like saying a pop is, if it's $100, it's too expensive. Well, that's too expensive for you, but for the next person, they'll be like, that's a steal. I want it. You can't say things are too expensive. Too expensive for whom is really the, like, who is it that would think that's too expensive? Halftime show never paid the performers. Been like that for as long as I remember, but they have to pay them the union. Yeah, that's what we were talking about earlier. We looked it up. Misty's here. Congratulations, Misty, on winning a Super Bowl. Hope your trophy arrives soon. Congratulations. That's huge. You and all the other Philly fans, that's got to be exciting. You know, I've never been to a Super Bowl or World Series or NBA championship parade, one of those. When I was in Houston, the Rockets won 2 years in a row the NBA championship, and I wasn't too young. I could have gone, but I was young. So I couldn't really go down and experience it. And then when the Astros finally won, they weren't my team anymore, nor did I live there. So I didn't get to go to those parades. I've never been to one of those. I wanted to go with the wife. She's an Eagles fan, but she doesn't want to go to the parade. Now, the other part of that is it's a little scary. It can be a little scary. Yeah. A lot of people, real opportunity for someone to do something silly to draw attention to whatever they want to draw attention to, a la what happened in New Orleans, a month, 2 ago. I went to the Cardinals 2011 World Series parade. It was fun, but cold. Oh, I bet. All right, for this one, we're going to give away 5th place. We're going to give away... How should we do this? I still have some of those packs from Ooga, but I don't want to give them all away. We'll give one away today. 5th place gets one of the packs from Ooga, the Meta Battlers collab pack. 11th place will get a Twitchy Tide single fish pack. And if you're 1st place and you have Codename Kitty as your fish, I will give you 10 million woof. I went to all of the Yankees 90s ticker take parades. I loved them. I always called out of school for nice. Last year's KC celebration parade was scary. You weren't there. How do you just mean the news that came out of it? The Dolphins will never win the Super Bowl, so I won't get to go to... you can't say that. You can't say that. As a blessed Boston sports fan, I've looked at championship tickets for many of my sports teams many times over the years, but I've never wanted to pay what they cost. I got to go to 2 World Series games in 05 for the Astros versus the White Sox. The first one, we paid $1,000. This is back when I had real income. $1,000 for 2 standing room only seats, and that was a bargain. We got a really good deal on that. Somebody just needed to get rid of them last second. We grabbed them. The other one, a friend of mine entered the lottery. She didn't want to necessarily go. She kind of was interested, but she didn't want to spend the money. So she let me buy the tickets with her. There's like a lottery system. And so I got to go to 2 games over the course of 3 nights, 2 or 3 nights. They were both fantastic, even though the Astros lost, but it was a great experience. It was so much fun. And I've been to the All-Star game for the Astros, or when it was in Houston back then, which I really, really enjoyed as well. And spent a lot of money on. Why'd you abandon the Astros as a fan when you moved? No, I was a diehard fan. I had season tickets. I loved going to Astros games. And then the ownership at that time, so around 06, 07, somewhere in there, they just started dismantling the team. And they let my favorite players go. And when I said, finally, like, my only real favorite player anymore is Hunter Pence. And if you let Hunter Pence go, I'm done. And they let Hunter Pence go to the Giants, which, God bless him, he got a World Series ring. They let him go, and I was like, I'm done. I can't do it anymore. You didn't try to build a team anymore. They were just dismantling the team, and I said, I'm done with it. And basically, that was the last time I was a big fan of baseball at all. And that's when the Texans were on the rise, and I'm like, you know what? I'm more of a football fan anyway. Let's watch some football. So I'm having a real hard time being a Mavs fan right now. Oh, geez, that trade for Luka, absolutely silly. Absolutely silly. The Deshaun Watson trade to the Browns is very much worse, but for different reasons. But that was a horrible deal for you guys. Horrible. Red Ranger, thanks for Luka. Wow. Okay, gang, we're about to kick off this game. Let me get in there too. Welcome to my, anybody who's coming over who's playing for the first time, welcome. You don't have to be quiet in the chat if you want to jump into the conversation stuff that we're having. We're about to be talking more Superb Owl and giving away some prizes. We're going to do more Twitchy Tides throughout the stream. Please join in the conversation. It makes it a lot more fun. You don't have to just lurk, but if you want to lurk, you absolutely can. I'm going to jump in the game as well. And if I win, we'll just bump the prize down 1 level. whatever it is. I just like to jump in to see if I can win a first, second, or third here and there. All right, here we go. We're going to kick the game off in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And let me unmute. Best of luck, everybody. While you're doing that, I'm going to try and fix this, because I keep looking at the wrong place for the chat. There we go. Am I still in? Nope. I was going to use my special ability, but I'm already knocked out. Oh, reminder, because I see one in the stream, or did see one. Dang, I didn't say the name, but Jedi just got knocked out. We're giving away another Model X fish over on the Twitchy Tides Twitter. So if you're not already following Twitchy Tides on Twitter, make sure you do. And it's real simple. It's a simple like the post, retweet, drop your Wax Wallet ID. That's it. One per person. If you have 18 Twitter accounts, don't do it on 18 accounts. Do it on one. Don't be a cheater. Be one person, one account. Yeah, that fish, I don't think anybody sold theirs. If they have, it had gone for a lot of money. Only 3 or 4 have gone out to anyone. IV4Nov007. I don't know if I'm supposed to read that in a different way. We'll call you 007. You got first place with the clownfish there, but no Sully, or I'm sorry, codename Kitty, so no bonus prize. But for Molly Wopt, welcome. How are you now? We're gonna get you the pack from our friend Uga, collab pack that he did for Meta Battlers. There is a possible CS Sully fish in there. So you want to try to open those packs and grab those up. I was gifted Mint 5, but I wanted to open some of those packs. I think they're gone. Monster Pete, I'm rocking 3 monitors. I got my center one is my website stuff, my left one is OBS, and on the right I'm running usually some sort of support stuff, like I've got Twitch up over there in case I need to do something specific. If I had an option, I'd have like 6 monitors. Ivanov? Maybe, Chucky. What am I supposed to look up here? I'll just look up meta. There was a keyword that worked the other day. Oh, that's metal. And I don't have that box clicked. What was it? Dang it. Collab? If not, I gotta scroll. There it is. Yeah, the collab fight pack. There's only 3 left in my wallet. I'll give you the highest number. What did 6th place win? Again. 6th place did not win again. But 6th place is for P-King. Oh, look, P-King asked that question. How ironic. 6th place gets nothing. 11th. Hey, Nemo Aquarium, who visited the stream and followed for the first time today. Thank you, Nemo Aquarium. You're going to get a Twitchy Tides single fish pack, which you can do with as you please. I've got a bunch of these to give away thanks to Pop Paragon, Twitchy Tides. Best of luck to you. I hope you pull something amazing from it if you decide to open it. Oh no, Bubba James. Well, then maybe you do need an account for stuff like that. Maybe a second account, but that's the only one you enter with, is that second account. You could totally do that. You just don't want to make multiple accounts. Don't do that and be entering these giveaways. That's not, you're welcome, Nima. That's not looked at favorably. Yo, Melio, what's happening? Okay, it's 11 o'clock. We can do this now. Let's jump over the Superb Owl. I need your help. We sold the squares, most of them, over the last few weeks. For those of you who didn't participate, maybe if I do it again next year, it's something you want to jump into. It was $4 a square with your chance to win all kinds of prizes, including one-of-one NFTs that I designed, wax, some exclusive packs like a Beetlejuice premium pack, 2 Twitchy Tides premium or 25 fish packs, and some pops that we're going to play the box game with for later today. First thing I want to show you guys is what I designed, something different for the champions. You may have seen it when I was going through my wallet right there, but if you win one of the quarters, I designed a really cool new logo based on a shirt I saw somebody wearing for one of the Kansas City championship teams. So I designed this. So if you win quarter 1 forward, we didn't do it backwards, so if you win quarter 1, in other words, your numbers line up, you're going to get this one-of-one NFT. I think it came out really good. I had a lot of fun designing it. It's completely vector with the exception of Hoot. but I really loved it, and I worked in some of those fun Super Bowl colors that were in the LIX logo that they had. So that's what it looks like if you win 1 quarter from game 1. If you win 1 quarter from game 2, it's got slightly different colors. Evan's got more of a green if you win game 2. And then if you win the overall game, so in other words, if you won game 1, you had the right 2 numbers for the final score, you're going to get a very special, I animated and made a gold version of this, and I think it came out really good. This is the game 1 champion. I think it looks dope. I think it came out really good. And then if you won game 2, of course, it says game 2. I wanted to make something nice. In previous years, it was more of just a colorized version, a goldenized or silverized, however you want to say it, of what I had already designed. And I was like, I want something new and unique. I like this. Thank you, Red Ranger. I appreciate that. So those are the 1-of-1 NFTs. Plus, we're giving away wax. Right, Misty. I think there was 1 empty square that came into play. So let's look at that. So here's game 1. Can't see all the squares there the way I currently have it. That's not going to help. And I don't want to go that, well, I can go that small and it works. So here's game 1. If it was a square that had not been purchased, in other words, it was still in the mint pool, I labeled it as not purchased and made it gray like that. In game 1, if I've labeled the correct squares, we didn't have any of the not purchased squares come up. It wasn't an issue. It was in game 2, I think, for the first quarter. Thank you, Melly. I appreciate that. But I wanted you guys to be here to make sure that, like, double check me and make sure I haven't made any mistakes, because in the past I've gotten confused even with my own squares game. Make sure we're all on the same page. Plus, you got to see. So in order to put these numbers in, which took me a long time, I literally said, hey, random.org, give me a list of numbers 1 to 100 in random order. And it gave me 31, 36, 33, 17, 72, 63, etc., etc. I plugged all those in, and then I went over to Atomic Hub and I said, who has Mint 31? Mint 31 belongs to this person. Oh, by the way, I got to switch this to make sure I can edit. There we go. I plugged those in. What we're going to do, don't worry if I made a typo, what we're going to do is if we confirm that my numbers are correct here, I'm going to go to Mint 13. I'm going to grab the wallet that has, I'm going to copy it, I'm going to paste that in and then deliver the prize. So if I made a typo, that's on me, but it's going to be distributed, and that's written in all my legal disclaimers here. It's going to come down to the Wax Wallet holding, not what's written here on this page. So, all right. So the way I have it, and you guys confirm for me, the final score was 22-40. Right? Kansas City got whopped. But in the first quarter, it ended Kansas City 0, Philly 7. And if we come over here, you notice I highlighted that in green. So we go Kansas City 0, and we scroll all the way down to 7. And that means our first quarter winner is Mint 13, which at the time of me making the spreadsheet here, it looks like it belonged to 4VWDG.wham. I have no idea who that is. If you're here and you won quarter 1, congratulations. You're winning a 1-of-1 NFT and 1,000 wax. I will distribute those here during the stream. I don't know what 1,000 wax is valued at currently, but wax is at 0.0319. So do the math. Then for quarter 2, the score was still 0 for Kansas City, who we were debating would ever be on the board. 24 for Philadelphia. So that means we go with a 0 and a 4. You always go with the last digit. So Kansas City 0 again. We come down to 4. And it looks like creator of Twitchy Tides himself, Pop Paragon, was our winner of that one. He had Mint 56 at 0 and 4. He's going to win a 1-of-1 NFT and 1,000 wax. Quarter 3, 6 and 34. So we come over to 6. And we go down to 4, and it looks like TGMBG.wham won that one, Mint 91. You're going to get 1,000 wax and a 1-of-1 NFT. And then, what you've really been waiting for, what was the final score winner? 2 and 0, which when you get that in one of these squares game, you go like, I'm probably not going to win anything on 2 and 0. But sure enough, you did. 2 and 0 is YBCRK.wham. Is that Walking Miracle? I always get, I can't remember who that one belongs to. I think that one, if I look it up, YBCRK.wham. I think we'll see pretty quickly. It is Walking Miracle. I was right. It is Walking Miracle. So congratulations, Walking Miracle. You're going to get a 1-of-1 NFT, which I showed you, that beautiful gold animated one, plus a Beetlejuice premium pack, which I can just shoot over to your ybcrk.wham, and then you can transfer to your .dp address. I think that's going to be easiest. But we'll get those distributed. Luckily, none of them landed on the gray squares. So for you guys, that's great. For me, not so great, because that means I didn't bring in as much money, but I'm still paying out. Whatever. I'm glad it worked out to where real people won, or else you guys call out all kinds of shenanigans. So we're going to distribute those prizes real quick, and then we're going to pick some bonus numbers and get ready for one of the 2 box games we'll be running. You don't have to be here for the box game. I said this many times. We're going to put the names of the people that won in the boxes along, or I'm gonna figure out how to do this, but we're gonna put, I have 6 pops put aside. We're gonna put 4 of those in boxes and shuffle them around and pick a winner. So 4 names will go in, only one's gonna win. We'll get it figured out here in a minute if we have to run a wheel, or what do we have to do to figure out what that one prize winner is. We'll give those prizes away, but we're gonna handle both of our 2 games first. Oh, how funny, Nadu. I gotta turn that off. Let me turn that off. No more purchasing squares. That's done. I don't know. Based on this year, next year I may have to ask you guys up front, like, what do you want for the squares game? Because maybe I didn't choose correctly this year on what would move the needle, what you guys might be excited about. Unfortunately, it didn't go as well as I'd hoped. So that's that. That's what it is, right? Okay, so let's distribute. 0 and 7 mint 13. So let me go over here. We're going to go to the Game 1 squares. Game 1 templates. This is Game 1. I just said it 2 seconds ago. Mint 13. So if we come down to see who has mint 13, I can't search. Mint lowest 13, and that is indeed 4BWDG.wham. Is that Clint? That's Clint. That's right. He said something about, thank God you picked 13 for me. Well, I didn't pick. It was a random number generator, but congratulations to Clint. So we'll get Clint's 1-of-1 NFT and 1,000 wax sent over. So let me do how's the best way to do this? Let me go to my inventory. Game 1 Q1. That's what we're looking at. Game 1 Q1. So that's this NFT right here. Says it right so on the NFT. We will transfer that to that wallet. And I thought you could do wax at the same time, but I don't even know how you do that. So we're just going to send this to Clint. Oh yeah, we were just trying to figure out if the IV4NOV007 actually was supposed to look like another word. I don't know. Sometimes people try to be creative with the replacing numbers for letters. I couldn't figure it out. Maybe it means something completely different and I was way off. How are you now? Okay, and then we'll just use Nifty blocks, which I think is the easiest to transfer funds, tokens, wax. Come on. That's woof wax. Transfer to user. And the amount of wax is 1, 1, 2, 3. That's 1,000 wax. I'm glad I didn't try to send 1,000,000. Just for grins. Let's see what that comes out to right now. 1, 2, 3 times 0.0312, I think it was. So about $31.20. That's a little something for you. Thank you, Clint. Oh, Melee, that's if it's backed. Yeah, that's if it's backed by wax. So it is Ivanov. Nice, that's cool. Oops, gotta approve that. Okay, so Clint has been paid. So we will, why do I keep seeing this in the wrong? There we go. 4VWDG, that was correct. And how do I'm gonna denote that that's been taken care of? We will color that in the maroon and make the text white. Okay. All right, let's do prize 2. That was 0 and 4. That's mint 56. Let's double check who had mint 56. So I can copy and paste. Wow, I'm doing this the long, drawn-out way. We'll get faster at it and fix it by the end when we're all done. Mint 56. Should be on this page. 56, yep, Paragon.gm. That's our friend Pop Paragon. So we'll go over to my inventory. We'll send him game 1, Q2, which is right there. 1 of 1 NFT. We'll send to Paragon.gm. And then we need to send him 1,000 wax. All right. Transfer. Paragon.gm. I could put in a memo too. Just in case. Fix it, fix it, fix it. What are we fixing? What are we fixing? Okay. So we're all set there. All right, game 1, Q3. Will this work if I just do this and this? Almost. All right, number 3, quarter 3, ended in 6 and 4. We got 6 and 4. That's mint 91, which we think is tgmbg.wham, but let's double check. We just got to go to mint 91, which is right there, tgmbg.wham. There we go. Now I still don't know what I'm fixing. Game 1, Q3. We'll transfer that prize over. When I hear fix it these days, Fry from Futurama fixing in my head, he says fix it, fix it. Oh, okay. I thought something was broken on my stream. All right, there's your mint number 1, 1 of 1 coming across. And then we're going to transfer 1, 2, 3 wax. 1,000 wax to you. Here it comes. Congratulations. All right. That's game 1, first 3 quarters. But now we got the big old prize. There we go. Which is a 1 of 1 NFT. That's the gold animated one plus the Beetlejuice premium pack. And that's going to the person who had scored 2 and 0, 2 and 0, 33, mint 33. So if we go back over here and look at mint 33. Mint 33 is ybcrk.wham. Walking Miracle. Congratulations. You're gonna get that awesome mint number. I wish they wouldn't do this. I do all this design work to make these cool animated NFTs with a clear background, which took me forever to figure out how to do. Making file type WebM, which most of you have never heard of. Did I TB 420? Oh, dang it. Okay. You want to send that back? I'll send you the right thing. I'm so sorry. I am not trying to escape out on you like that. Of course I did that. Of course as careful as I am, I still made that mistake. Let me transfer this to her real quick, and then I'll get it fixed. If you can transfer that back, that'd be great. I'll still get you taken care of. The beautiful thing is I have records of all of it. It's all on the blockchain, so we know what's up. Oh, don't do that. Thank you. I'm glad you caught that. I'm glad you were here to catch that. I'd have felt like a real idiot later. Well, I still feel like an idiot, but... Okay, transferring that 101. And let me send her... I hope I didn't do that for... I'll have to double check and see what I even sent. Did I do the same thing for Pop Paragon? Wait, she's not getting 1,000 wax. That's right, she's getting the one of one in it, or the pack. But for you, I'm gonna have to go all the way back through this process again. TGMBG. Says wax right there. I got the right thing. So we'll put in your address and 1,000 wax. Okay. Let me see what I sent to the pack. Yeah. Okay, we'll go back and check Pop Paragons in just a second. Let's get the pack sent to Walking Miracle. Beetlejuice Premium. Don't open. Transfer to ybcrk.wham. Yep. Premium pack. Yep. Premium pack. And got to put in my authentication code. I love my two-factor authentication. Make sure I pick drop, not wax. Can't tell you the number of times I've typed in the wrong code because I'm looking at the wrong thing. And success. It's been sent. Okay, let's see. Let's see if we go to wax block. Wait, can I see it in? I could probably see it in my history there, but this is easy to see too. Congratulations, Walker Miracle. I hope you pull something awesome. I sent, there was the 1,000 Wolf. I just sent the TGMBG. Pop Paragon. I sent 1,000 wax. So I sent the right thing. There. I sent the right thing to 4VWDG, but it was only you, TGMBG, was the only mistakes I made. So, beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. I'm glad you caught that. So we're sold. Okay, so now we need to do to finish out game one. Aside from me, why would you change the formatting when I just changed the color? So weird. Oh, because I copied that. That's right. Okay, so now we need to pick the bonus prize numbers. So here's what we're going to do on this, and it says it right here. We're going to pick two random numbers. We'll use a random number generator to pick the top number and the side number to dictate what mint number will go in the bonus prize numbers, and that's what we'll play the bonus game with. This is the first time we've done it this way. Is it great? Is it sucky? I don't know. We're going to find out by just doing it and then seeing if it works or not. So for game one, we're going to pick two random numbers, but it cannot be the same as any of these. And that says that right here. Bonus prize numbers will not be the same as the scoring numbers. In the event that the two numbers are the same as any quarter in the game, both numbers will be re-rolled. Did you hear that? I put it right there. It was there the whole time. I've explained it. I think that's fair. So let's pick our two numbers. Give me a random number between 0 and 9. First number is a 3. So we go up to 3. That column right there. Give me a random number between 0 and 9. 0. 3 and 0. Not purchased. Not purchased. Now, I could easily say it wasn't purchased, so let's not count it and leave a hole in the game that could possibly lead to somebody, a nobody winning nothing. But I don't think that's very fair. I don't think we'll do that. I'm still going to label it with a color just so I have a record of it. We're gonna re-roll. We're gonna re-roll. Let's go 0, 0, says Misty. I wonder why. Give me a random number between 0 and 9.
It's 0.
A 0 came up again. All right, for Misty, maybe this works. Second number. Give me a random number between 0 and 9.
The answer is 7.
7. Oh, can't do that either. And this is how it goes, because we already have a square there. Somebody already won on that square, as noted by my rules. That doesn't happen. Third re-roll. This is only going to take 6 or 7 months. Bear with me. Give me a random number between 0 and 9.
It's 7.
First number this time is 7. We got a whole column of possibilities here. Who wants to bet on the fact that it's going to come up 8 next? Give me a random number between 0 and 9.
It's 2.
It's not an 8, it's a 2. We finally have a winner. 0 and 2. Whoops. 0, 2 belongs to Mint 81, which according to this looks like it's LJZBG.wham. We'll double check that. Guess I should put Mint 81 like that. All right, so we have one contestant. I don't know who that is, but whoever it is, if they win, I'll reach out to them. We'll figure out who they are. I probably have information and say, hey, if they win the game, you won. Here, this is your pop. You won. Send me your delivery info. I'll send it to you. Pretty simple. Okay, let's pick another one then. That's our first of 4. Give me a random number between 0 and 9.
The answer is 2.
All right, we got 2 up this time. Give me a random number between 0 and 9. This is our second number.
It's 8.
8. 2 and 8. All right. I see an ir.eo.wham. Mint 39. The numbers were 2 and 8. Two, 8. Mint 39. Which we believe belongs to ir.eo.wham. Who dat? Is that Savage? Is that you? Let's go. I always think Oreo when I see that one. How have I not paired that with you yet? I should know that that's Savage when I see it. Well, Darth Wacko, the beauty is you still got 2 chances on this one for the bonus numbers and 4 chances on game 2. So I think we're going to be all right. I think you got a lot of chances left. Let's hope we can find one for you. Okay, here we go for number 3 on the prize numbers, the bonus prize numbers. Give me a number between 0 and 9.
It's 1.
1. Column 1 here. Give me a number between 0 and 9.
The answer is 8.
1 and 8. That's number 60. Number 61. So 1 and 8. Mint 61, which is GG2BG.wham. Let me fill that one in. Okay, we just need one more, and then we have our bonus box game contestants. All right, for the final, which was... Give me a random number between 0 and 9. Here's the first number.
It's 7.
7. Give me a random number between 0 and 9.
It's 5.
It was not 2 or 8. It was 5. 7 and 5. My lucky numbers. Mint 96. YRWUC.wham. Go ahead and color that in. 7 and 5. Mint 96. YRWUC.wham. Okay. We have an anonymous Wolverine watching me do this. Because these were published to the NFTs, so somebody could jump in and watch if they wanted. Okay, so we have our 4 contestants. I'm going to verify that the mint numbers do line up first. I'm going to open this in a separate window and just make sure. Just make sure that I don't have any typos or mistakes here. So if I go to the template for Superb Owl Game 1 and we look at the mint numbers, we've got, a few of them are higher numbers. Mint 96 does indeed belong to YRWC.wham. That one's legit. Then we go to 81. 81 LJZBG.wham. I'm going to copy and paste that because I am not totally positive that's an L. I just want to make sure. So I'm copying and pasting it. Then we got Mint 61. GG2BG.wham. That's legit. And then finally, last but not least, 39. And that is IR.EO.wham. Okay, we're legit. We have those numbers. We're going to come back and do the box games after we finished up both squares, but those are locked in now. We're good to go. So we'll come back and we'll play that box game after. So close again. Dang. What's up, Bakavali? Okay, let's go to game 2. I'm going to move that there. All right, same scores. So the locations, because of the way I loaded the game, should be in the same spot. First game ended 0-7-0-7. Unfortunately, was a not purchased square. Now, I'm not going to re-roll for that because that is what it is. That's where the location was. So I guess for that, I do keep some wax. I would have brought in a lot more if I'd have sold the other squares, but I do keep some wax. And unfortunately, a 1-of-1 NFT is not going out. That's just going to stay in my stuff. Oh, I just realized this whole time this was wrong. Why? I don't understand why it keeps changing. There we go. Okay. Whoa, that is a ridiculously off-sized window. Yeah, that'll work. Like that. Okay. All right, so 0-7 goes to nobody. I guess that's for me as a win, I guess, technically. And then we got 0-4 for Q2, 0-4. So that says it's Mint 34, YBCRK.wham. Let's double check that. I'm going to go to Superb Owl Squares number 2 and look up Mint 34, who's holding it. $34 is held by YBCRK.wham. No way, Walking Miracle again. Let's go. This time she won a quarter, not the final game, but for her, a good Squares game weekend for sure. Okay. I've not won at Superb Owl before, so going to 2 wins is good. No kidding. Congratulations. That's amazing. All right, so that we're golden on. We can go ahead and color these 2 in with the appropriate color. And now an anonymous capybara? That must not mean that somebody's watching. I don't know what that means. Okay. Q3, 6-4 is Mint 70. Let's double check and make sure this is right. Mint 70 is owned by RNEXS.wham. That's correct. Okay. And then last but not least, we have our overall winner, 2-0, which looks to be Mint 52. Mint 52 is owned by 2CBBG.wham. 2CBBG.wham. Who dat? Okay, so let's distribute some prizes. I'm going to put this over here on screen so we can see the distribution. And we'll jump back and forth between that and that. Okay, so first up, we got to give 1,000 wax and the 1-of-1 NFT for Game 2 Q1. That goes to nobody, so we go to quarter 2. Game 2 Q2 is YBCRK.wham. We know that address is correct. I copied and pasted it. We're going to go give the right NFT. Which is Q2. I'm sorry, Game 2 Q2. YBCRK, there we go. I love it when the little icon shows up so I can verify I got the right person. Congratulations, Walking Miracle. She gets 2 one-of-one NFTs, a Beetlejuice pack, and she's about to get an additional 1,000 wax. That's a good weekend. And how many squares did you buy in all, Walking Miracle? What's this rate of return? I didn't even look to see how many you bought in total. She got 2 squares on this game. 2 on each. So an $16 investment has netted her like a $45, almost $50 pack. Like a $45 pack. 1,000 wax, which is about $32, and 2 one-of-one NFTs. That's a pretty dang good return. That's a pretty dang good return. Okay, Q3. We got 6 and 4, 6 and 4. That's rnexs.wham. I actually copied and pasted it right there, so I'll grab it again. You're going to get a one-of-one NFT and Game 2 Q3 NFT. 1,000 wax and Game 2 Q3 NFT. I said that wonky. Okay, there's that. NFT coming over. Anybody know who that is? Do we know who that is? And 1,000 wax. I could look it up. I made sure to send the right thing. Walking Miracle, you tried. You did your part. Let's see. I have... Wow, this person must not get my free NFTs. Okay, interesting. So I don't know who they are. Okay. So now we're down to the overall winner of Game 1, which was 2-0. 2-0 is 2cbbg.wham, which I copied and pasted. 2cbbg.wham is going to get the one-on-one NFT and 2 Twitchy Tides packs, which I can send all together. So there's the Game 2 champion plus Twitchy Tides packs. Can I put it in 2.5 there? Will that work? How about 2.5 pack? Nope, just pack, and then we'll figure it out from there. I bought 2 myself. If anybody needs to see the transactions, I can show them. They weren't gifted by Pop Paragon. I didn't win them, nothing. I actually went and purchased them with my own hard-earned wax. We just need to make sure we're picking the 25 packs because I have so much stuff in here. It can be difficult. This would have been right around the time here that I purchased them. Maybe you got to go back further. I thought they were... How can I filter this out to get just the 25 packs? Anybody got an idea on that? I've got all the stuff that he sent over that I have for prizes. Wait, what if I just put in 25 up here? Aha! There we go. Yeah. Oh, you can see my purchase price. So that's definitely one of them right there. And one of them right there. Series 4.1, which I think I outlined. Yep, Series 4.1, 25 fish. 25 fish. 25 fish. Okay, we're legit. We got them all for 2cbbg. I believe that some people from Twitchy Tides stream bought some to support, so the main... Oh, you mean on... Yeah, who that belongs to. Who that one belongs to. Yeah, that makes sense. Well, they'll have a nice surprise waiting for them. Okay, 2cbbg completed, paid, in full. So now it's time to pick some bonus prize winners, and then we'll get our bonus box games going. Yeah, I've tried different things, Walking Miracle. I think this year's lack of sales boils down to not lack of interest necessarily, but mostly lack of just people having extra money to spend. But next year, I think I definitely want two things. And I need to make some notes here so when I look back at this, I'll remember. Fill in the numbers 1 through 100 just as they appear, and then fill in the numbers across the top and the side like you do with most games. It'll make it a lot easier for finding where the mint numbers are and putting them in play and all that. It'll make it a lot easier. And 2, talk with the community first and say, what do we want as prizes? What would move the needles for you guys? What are you excited about? Because I don't know if, like, I'm shocked that with as many Twitchy Tides players as we have, nobody was interested in spending $4, or not as many people were interested in spending $4 for a chance to win 2 premium packs. I would have jumped on it. But, you know, that's just me. So I guess I got to talk to the community. Maybe do some polls or forums or something. All right, let's see who our bonus box game players for this one will be. Let's do the same thing again. We'll use the random number generator on Siri to get us numbers 0 through 9 across the top and the bottom and the side, and figure out who each of these belongs to. All right, here we go. Give me a random number between 0 and 9.
It's 8.
8. Give me a random number between 0 and 9.
The answer is 2.
8 and 2. Uh-oh. 2CBBG with another square. This time a bonus box game square. I didn't say nobody couldn't win twice. I said they just couldn't be the same numbers again. So we got 8 and 2, which is mint 41, which is 2cbbg.wham. And we'll double check that. That too, Madu. That absolutely is also. I did make it, I thought I made it very clear that if anybody didn't have wax, they could reach out to me and I would happily get them the square for like PayPal or whatever. But I did do that in the past. You're right, Misty. I did offer game 2 after game 1 was sold out. Yeah, Mocking Lazarus, that's fair. I think that's probably it more than anything. The FOMO is real. Yeah, I definitely can't sit out and watch these things happen. Chuck, I cannot. Hold on. She'll come and she'll stare at me because I'm talking. And then I'll go all the way downstairs to go let her out. And she's like, I have no interest in going out. She just likes to, if I'm talking, she just sits there and stares at me. But she does this little tap dance thing on the floor. Tappity, tappity, tap, nonstop. I'm like, I can't do it. I love her to death. I want to hang out with her, but I can't do that. Okay. Let's double check that Mint 41 belongs to who I thought it belonged to, just to make sure everything's on the up and up. Game 2. What did I say? Mint 41. God, I wish I could search numbers in here. Can I just... Nope. I thought for sure I'd found an area where I could search by template number to see who owned it. Accounts holding this template. Oh, I didn't know that was a thing. Show only my friends. That's interesting. Did y'all know that button was there? That'd be coming real handy if you're trying to get a hold of an NFT. A certain one. What number did I say? I've already lost it. 41. Okay, 41 indeed belongs to 2cbbg.wham. We're good. Okay, let's pick our next game here. Our next square. Give me a random number between 0 and 9.
The answer is 0.
Ooh, we got a 0 again. Give me a random number between 0 and 9.
It's 6.
Right, Misty? And 6. Oh, it's a not purchased, so we'll pick again. All right, here we go. Give me a random number between 0 and 9.
It's 7.
7 again. Please don't be another 7. Oh, that's a shame that 7 and 7. Shut up. That's a shame that 7 and 7 was a not purchased, but for once it didn't really come up as an issue during the regular game. So, give me a random number between 0 and 9. Don't be 7. Don't be 7.
It's 5.
It's 5 again. Another 7 and 5. Oh, this one belongs to somebody new. rj.vu.wham. Who dat? Who dat? And we'll double check that. Mint 24. rj.vu.wham. Yep, I did it right. So much little intricate data entry work. And I'm so glad I did it right. But I like to triple check to make sure I don't make any mistakes. Mint 24. And there we go. Linder, I think. Oh, nice. Yeah, I think you're right. I think you're right. Because it often thinks that's a URL for whatever reason. She might just be lurking. Okay, let's do box 3, or number 3 in the box game. Give me a random number between 0 and 9.
That would be 3.
3 coming up, I think, for the first time today. Look at that, we got a whole column. Somebody's definitely going to be a winner on this one. Give me a random number between 0 and 9.
That would be 0.
30 mint 38. YRWUC.wham. We'll verify that, the ownership. Mint 38. Mint 38, YRWUC.wham. Legit. 30. Mint 38. And a wallet. Okay. Last one. I didn't mention yet, but I pulled a 101 from a blend the other. Nice, Uga. From my Valentine's Day one. Oh, you did the Beetlejuice one. The Hoot Juice and Tuxedo. Congratulations. That's awesome, man. I loved doing the Beetlejuice ones. That was a lot of fun. Congratulations, my friend. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm glad people are going back and doing some of the old ones. It's forever been on my to-do list to clear out some of the old ones, but I can't do that without going in and getting those NFTs out of there and doing something with them. I don't want to just leave them forever trapped in a pool. I want to at least burn them, if nothing else. But I haven't spent the time to do it because it doesn't really generate any new money. So, okay, we got to pick our last of the bonus box game winners, contestants, I should say. Let's do one more set of numbers. Give me a random number between 0 and 9.
The answer is 0.
Another 0. Look how popular column 1 was. Crazy. Give me a random number between 0 and 9.
The answer is 7.
Oh, 0 and 7 was the first one that came up as yeah, that was the same one that won a quarter. Also not purchased. Dang, if somebody could have won like a bunch of extra prizes. They would have won the first quarter and been in the box game. But no dice, so we'll re-roll. Give me a random number between 0 and 9.
It's 4.
4. Okay, we got a whole column of potential winners here. This looks good. Okay, let's see. 96, 15, 61, 80, 87, 68, 8, 39, 85, and 27. I see some names of some people in there that are here in the stream. I won't call anybody out. Let's pick our second number and see who it's going to be. Give me a random number between 0 and 9.
The answer is 8.
The answer is 8. DB1RC.wham. I have no idea who that is either. Let's double check that 85. Who owns 85? Make sure I got it right. Wait, Linda's face kept popping up. She is definitely RJ.vu.wham. 85. Dang, Nadu, I'm sorry. Because you had good luck, but last year? I think you did really good last year. Or 2 years ago. DB1RC.wham indeed is the correct answer. So we had 4, 8, mint, 85, indeed owned by that person. Okay. All right, now we got to figure out how we're going to do the box game then. We've got all the prizes distributed to our winners. Congratulations to the people who won the 4 quarters out of game 1 and game 2. All those prizes have been distributed. Out of curiosity, I wanted to look and see how that impacted my overall balance. Not too bad. Okay. So now we're going to play the 2 box games. I've got the prizes set aside. I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to keep this all fair, because 2 of these are going to a new home, right? I put aside 6 pops, 2 going to a new home. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to randomly pick these off the shelf here and put them in order in front of me. To keep this, I want to keep this totally fair so you guys can see everything. There's a VOD of it if anybody needs to look back. I just picking these up off the shelf and I'm laying them in front of me. So for the purpose of, we're going to randomly pick which 4 go in the 4 boxes. I'm just going to left to right. Got Geralta's 1. Dr. Facilier is 2. Diggum as 3. Pikachu is 4. Tails is 5. And Freddy Funko Blue Tux is 6. So I got my 4 boxes. I'm going to randomly assign to these 4 boxes. I'm going going to pick a random number using the generator, and I'm going to put them in the proper box number. So I'll roll the first number. If it comes up 5, then that's tails. And tails goes in one of the next box I pick up. I'm going to shuffle these boxes to keep them so you don't know what's in what box. We want to keep everything as fair as possible. I won't know either. All right. Give me a random number between 1 and 6.
A random number
4.
between 1 and
Pikachu.
6 is 4.
Pikachu is going in a box. I'm going to randomly pick up a box. I'm not going to look to see which one it goes into. There's no box 5, so none of them have the backwards business. That backwards flap. Ooh, don't cause damage trying to not look at the pop. Does that fit in there? No, it fits. Okay. Face down. Fair. Totally loaded a box. Didn't look. Okay, we still have 6 pops in front of us. I'm just going to slide this over. So now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Give me a random number between 1 and 5.
A random number between
5.
1 and 5 is
So that's the Freddy Blue Tux. Freddy Blue Tux. Random box. Hopefully you guys can't see on screen what I'm putting in there, can you? You can. Okay, good. And face down. Okay, I have no idea what that one is. All right, now we have 4. Give me a random number between 1 and 4.
A random number
4.
between 1 and
Tails.
4.
Tails. That reminds me. Anybody watching Beast Games? We caught up on the most recent episode last night. It's one of our favorite family shows to watch now. And that show is just insane, man. Sometimes I don't really, like, the games to me don't make a whole lot of sense, like how they came up with them. But I like that they're doing some new unique things in there. All right, we're down to 3 left now. These 3 are still here. We still have Geralt, Facilier, and Diggum. Give me a random number between 1 and 3. Oh, yeah, Jess?
Number between 1
Ooh, NFT pop in the mix. Diggum. Going in the last box. Isn't it fun, Jasp? It's really fun. yeah, totally. I've been spying on you. It's one of my favorite things to do. Can you imagine? I can't imagine having that kind of time to do that for anybody. Okay. Boxes are all loaded. These 2 I'll set aside for now, but one of these 2 will go in a box game next. So those are the only 2 that... One of those 2 may not ever appear in a box game. One of the box games. I'm going to put these in front of me. Shuffle them a little more. I still don't want to know what's in what box. I have no idea what's in what box. I've done a fantastic job of confusing myself. We got an upside down box. There's 1, 3, 4, and 2. Okay. Now what we're going to do is I'm going to make... How should I do this? We have 4 people. I want to randomly assign them. Should I randomly assign these 4 boxes? No, I've already done enough randomization. Let's just take the way they landed. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we'll assign... We don't need to put post-its or anything. We have right here on screen, we have who is in box 1, box 2, box 3, box 4. But now how do we decide which winner gets the prize in which box? Because we got 2 things at play here. We're not giving away all 4 prizes. We're giving away 1 to one of these lucky people. So what we need to do, I think, is eliminate them down like we normally do the box game. So if it ends up the box winner 1, that's the overall winner, it's going to go to TCBBG. But we don't know who that is yet. So we're going to do is use the random number generator to slowly get rid of winners and prizes. I'm making this up on the fly. Maybe it's not the most interesting thing in the world, but I like the countdown, right? So here's what we're going to do. Give me a random number between 1 and 4. This is the first person out.
A random number between 1 and
4.
4 is 4.
4 is out. So DB1RC is the first person out, and we'll see what they would have won if their name had been chosen as the final contestant in the box game. They would have won Tails. They would have won Tails. Oh, Ooga, was that you? I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. So we'll reload boxes in a bit. Tails will have another opportunity. Okay, now we have boxes 1, 2, and 3. Let's see who's out next. Give me a random number between 1 and 3.
A random number number between 1 and 3 is 2.
2. The Texas box, which means rj.vu.wham is out. And that means this prize is also gone. Oh, the Blue Tux Freddy. Possibly the best prize in there, depending on what you collect. But it will be back in. All right, we're down to 2 numbers. So the next number I pick will be the next person out, which will leave us with our winner. So if we say 3 comes up, 3's out, we'll just see what 1 won. That we'll do it that way. Give me a random number, 1 or 3.
A random number between 0 and 100 is 11.
How did it get that? Give me a random number between 1 and 3. Let's try that.
A random number between 1 and 3 is 2.
Give me a random number between 1 and 3.
A random number between...
Wait, is it always going to say 2? Give me a random number between 1 and 3.
A random number between 1 and 3 is 1.
So number 1 is out. There's the prize they would have won in there. That's 2CBBG is out, which means our winner is box 3. That's YRUWC.wham. I don't know if that person's here. YRUWC.wham. And now we see what you won, your prize as the winner of the box game. This is, by the way, for game 2. I did game 2 first. Oh, it's the Dig 'em Freddy! Giving away the NFT pop. Giving away the NFT pop. Let's go! And just to prove everything was on the up and up, what's that leave for here? I can't even remember. Oh, Pikachu. Would have been Pikachu. All right. So box, what did I say? Came down to box 3, YRUWC. Box 3 again. Box 3 strikes again. But we don't know who that is. Did I try to look this one up already? I tried that, and I do. And then it gave me a number between 0 and 100 for whatever reason. I don't understand that at all. So let's do YRWUC.wham. Oops. Is our winner. And then let's see if we can figure out who that person is. Come on. Trying to get it to bring up my spreadsheet stuff. Can you dig it? So funny, when I picked that to put it in there, I'm like, I think I gave one of these away before, and I did in a Superb Owl game like 2 years ago. I think I had 3 originally in my collection. Now I'm down to 1. It's pretty funny that I would give away the same one again. I just noticed that like yesterday or the day before. YRWC.wham. I think we can figure out who it is here. They're on this page. Nope. YRWUC. I think it's Chris VKC. Yeah, it is. It's Chris VKC. So I can reach out to him. Hey, what's up, Nat Johnson on YouTube? Chris VKC was our winner of the box game bonus prize, Freddy Funko Dig 'em Pop. We'll put that right here. I'll reach out to Chris. I probably already have delivery info. But there you go. There's what was the price on that one? I don't trust HobbyDB fully, but for a quick overview, we can get just a general idea of what the value. Jeez. About 35 bucks. Not bad. Nat Johnson, thanks for coming by. I appreciate you. We're going through and handing out the prizes for the I did a Superb Owl Squares game over the weekend. We've been distributing prizes. I've given out 5,000 wax, 6 one-of-one NFTs, no, 8 one-of-one NFTs, 2 Twitchy Tides 25 fish pack, a 25 or a premium pack of Beetlejuice Funko NFTs that was unopened, and now we're playing our final bonus box game, doing it in a very weird way because I didn't know which way would work best to give away these prizes to some lucky individuals for just playing in the box or the squares game. We don't normally do this as a once a year thing, of course, just for the superb owl. All right, so we have 3 prizes that have already been set aside. Pikachu, Fun Days Freddy in the blue tux, and a flocked Tails. We've got those set aside. I just need to add one more so we can fill up our boxes. We've got Dr. Facilier and Geralt. Geralt will be 1, Facilier 2. Let's let a random number generator decide which will be our 4th pop in this giveaway. Give me a random number between 1 and 2.
A random number between 1 and 2 is 1.
So Geralt goes in and Dr. Facilier stays out. Okay, so now I'm going to load these boxes randomly. We have 4 boxes. I'm not going to look at the numbers on them. I don't want to know. And those boxes will be assigned to the person, the people whose names I picked earlier. I don't have names necessarily, but I have wax wallets. LJZBG.wham, IR.EO.wham, which I think is Savage, GG2BG.wham, and YRWUC.wham. I'm shuffling these boxes first. You're a Funko collector as well? Nice. Well, Nat Johnson, not for my stream, normally we talk about NFTs quite a lot, especially on Tuesdays. I'm live for every Funko drop to help people understand how to collect the Funko NFTs on Drop, DROPPP website. We're going to talk about in a little bit the Valentine's Day drop that happened last Tuesday and completing the royalty sets for those. IREO is Bakavali. Oh, okay, I had that wrong. I thought it was Savage for some reason. Okay, I'm going to randomly load these boxes while we're chatting, by the way. I'm not looking at what number it is, and I'm randomly putting a pop in it. You guys can see which pop, but you don't know which box it's going into, so that didn't tell you anything. I think that's upside down. But anyway, we do that normally here on stream. On Fridays, I'm trying to make the streams a little more focused on gaming. But if you've ever been interested in the Funko drops, the Funko NFTs, any of that stuff, you're in the right place. If not, it's not all that. We also play a game called Twitchy Tides, where we give away prizes. That's run by my buddy Pop Paragon. We also talk about like current events. So earlier we were talking about the Superb Owl and the marketing dollars that go into all of it and the halftime show. Just fun, nerdy stuff. I consider it nerdy. You're always welcome to jump in the conversation as long as you keep it family friendly and appropriate. We do have kids that watch, so I try really hard to make sure that I don't curse a lot. There's the occasional curse word. Like last week when we found out that someone took advantage of the Funko community for $1,600 because they were making fake NFT packs. I used the A word a couple of times. They deserved it. But that's very rare. I was telling my stepdaughter that yesterday. I was like, I don't curse a lot, but I curse sometimes. And this person deserved it. And she's like, I agree. They weren't. She didn't say the word. She doesn't curse. But okay, we got 4 boxes loaded. Earlier, we picked our 4 winners randomly from our squares game using this square set right here. Our winners, first quarter, LJZBG.wham, or first bonus box. Second, IR.EO.wham. Third, GG2BG. And fourth, YRUWC.wham. Those names line up with these boxes. So if for some reason we get down and the last box remaining is box 2, that prize will go to IR.EO.wham. One of the 4 people will win in this bonus box game. What we're going to do is we're going to eliminate some of the 4 boxes one at a time until we're left with 2. Here we go. Give me a random number between 1 and 4.
It's 2.
2. So this time, box 2 is the first one out. What's up, 4th Curator? Box 2 is the first one out. This would have been a prize for IR.EO.wham. It is not anymore. It was Bakavali. Keys is like, dang it, first to go out. They would have won. Oh, the Blue Tux Freddy. Blue Tux Freddy sticks around for another day. All right, so that one is out. Put these boxes. I have a nice, appropriate spot allocated just for the boxes now. All right, we're left with 1, 3, and 4. Let's eliminate another one. Give me a random number between 1 and 4.
A random number between 1 and 4 is 1.
1. Box 1 is out. This is the prize that JZBG.wham would have won. You now have not won. Geralt. Upside down Geralt. It's an error, as some people would say. It's not. I don't know why people get so excited about those. But Geralt stays with me for the time being. We're down to 2 boxes. So the next number that comes up, either 3 or 4, will mean that box is eliminated. So 4 is the number chosen. 4 is eliminated, and that leaves 3 as our winner. That's what we're doing here. Give me a random number between 3 and 4.
A random number between 3 and 4 is 3.
3. 3 is out. That person did not win. It's a 50-50 chance, so we might as well see what 4 won. The wallet is YRWUC.wham. Holy shnikes. It's the same person that won both box games. Can you believe this? 200 total squares, 2 chosen at random that happened to go to the same person. What are the odds? All right, well, let's see what they won. They won the Dig'em Freddy Funko before. This is Chris VKC, we think. We'll double check. And the second prize they've won is Pikachu Flock. Let's go. Holy I cannot believe it. That the same person, I know, right, Walking Mirror? I'd go out of my way to make sure it's all done as randomly as possible, and still these things happen, which leaves box 3, which would have gone to GG2BG.wham, would have been Flocked Tails. We'll keep Flocked Tails for another game in the future. Well, wow, that's pretty impressive for Chris VKC, if I'm indeed right about that wallet. I'll double check and make sure. If anybody knows Chris or can ping Chris to verify that, that's amazing. That's the way it works out sometimes. Does save me a couple bucks on shipping, but that's not at all how I would have played it out had I been given the opportunity. I like to spread the prizes around to multiple people. YRWUC.wham. Chris BKC. That's amazing. Oops. Of course that happened. Where'd the pen go? There it is. All right, gang. Well, that wraps up the 4th annual box game. I'm sorry, the 4th annual Superb Owl game. All in all, not as successful as previous years, but I think the prizes were on point. I think they were really good. I think overall they were better than previous years. I don't know if you guys disagree. Let me know. Now's a great time to dissect this thing. What do you think would make it better for next year? And I could put some notes in here because I'll refer back to this next year when I'm looking at it. I'm gonna put them on the screen right now. Let's do this. They call this a post-mortem in the working world. After things are done, you look back and you say, hey, what could be better for next year? Things to improve on for 2026. Boy, that feels weird to type that in. For one, fill in, this is my note, fill in the numbers 1 through 100, then assign the 0 through 9 at top and bottom randomly. I think that's going to be way easier for me in the long run. Second, I already had one. What was the second one I said that I was going to do next year? I don't remember. Don't offer game 2 until game 1 is sold out. That's a good note. I thank you for that. Yeah, that's a good one. Okay, what else? What else you guys got? I like your 1 to 100 idea. The NFTs you get are already random mint number. Exactly, right? I've randomized upon randomized upon randomized upon randomized to keep it fair. And it is. It's 100%, million% fair. But if we can do anything to make it even better, let's do it. All right, any other ideas you guys have? What about prizes? What did you think of the prizes? Even though I didn't win, I do appreciate your efforts and the chances to win. Thanks, Sally. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, if you don't think something's fair, you can also let me know that. I mean, I don't think there's a way to get any more fair than what I've done. Unless you want to say, do we want to say people can't win twice? Like if you win a square, if you win in the squares, you can't win in the bonus box game. I don't want to limit that, personally. Advertise from the beginning about not having to pay with wax only. Okay. Advertise from the beginning. Not wax only. Okay, that's a good one. That's a good one. Walking Miracle says the prizes were good. Thank you for that. I love the NFT you get for playing, so we're all winners. I think that's fun too. How many box games do you play in where you definitely get something for participating? I work really hard on the art for these, and I think it's fun to look back and go, oh, look our previous years. Look how far we've come. Look at what we did before. NU merch as prizes? That's not a bad idea. Why are these all... There we go. I love spreadsheets, but I absolutely cannot live in chaos in spreadsheets. Have you guys noticed? I have to color code things. I have to align it and create it with the right... Like, I have to do it right, or it drives me nuts. Oh yeah, thank you, Keezy. That was something I did from year one, believe it or not. One of my first animated NFTs ever. I love hoot waving. Universal Ghost says maybe an earlier announcement on the squares to give people time to get wax. I don't know how long in advance you posted this year's. I've been doing it for a few weeks now. But I mean, it's always better to go a little earlier. So earlier launch to give people time to get wax or money. Because remember, you didn't have to have wax. I tried to work it where people absolutely could purchase from me, and I did sell some squares. Luckily, sold some more on Friday to folks who jumped in right before the ending there. What'd Savage say? The NU merch? Okay, yeah. To be fair, those in the know, you typically do this. That's right. But I was looking at the squares from last year, and there's a couple of names who went heavy last year who aren't back this year to play at all. Now, again, that could be, I'm not going to name anybody. That could be financial situation. That could be they simply missed my streams. Maybe they don't like my streams anymore. Maybe they just don't have time to come by my streams. There's too many factors. But if there's any way to do things to get people's attention a little better, I certainly want to do that. If I can, because I think it's fun. It's not just about me making money. That's part of it. I want to make a couple bucks off this for sure. But I think it's fun to have this every year. Okay. Any other ideas? I'll definitely look back at these for next year to make it even better, assuming we do it again. I think we do at least one game next year, and then if it goes well, I'm prepared to do a second. I launched them both this year because I was like, I have to do all the work to have it ready. I might as well go. And they gave you like one side for Funko people and one side for Twitchy Tides people. I don't know. There's a problem. By doing the NFTs as giveaways, it does take out people who don't collect NFTs. Maybe I need an NFT version and a non-NFT version. One game it's all NFTs, one that's not. I don't know. That's a lot of work. I took the backwards out because that turned into a big fiasco. There was a debate on how backwards worked, and I had to explain it a million times. So I don't think I'll ever reintroduce the backwards squares. I like the bonus squares better. Talk about it as soon as the playoffs start. I think I was like a week after. I was like the last week of playoffs. So yeah. Do not overcomplicate it for yourself. Number 1, 2, and 3. Yeah, there you go, right? I overcomplicate a lot of things. Oh, did you, Savage? Nice. Nice. Okay, good feedback, gang. If you think of anything else, I always love good feedback, constructive feedback. So if you think of something else or have a wacky idea, I mean, even if I don't implement it, I'd love to hear the ideas, because sometimes I hear an idea and I'm like, well, I'm not going to use it exactly that way, but that makes me think about this other thing that I could try to do that'll make it more fun for everybody. So I'm going to try this other thing. So don't ever feel like, well, he won't use my idea, so I'm not going to tell him. As long as you're being serious. If you're just spitting out stupid crap like, hey, how about give earwax out next year instead of real wax? You can stop that. That joke's so old and played and stupid. Like, why? Why are we bothering with earwax anymore? Blends for the NFTs after the game. I mean, not a bad idea. I think there's a possibility. It's more work, but if I can keep it fairly simple, blends for NFTs after the winners all announced. But if someone doesn't do NFTs, where would the squares go if they buy one? So yeah, I'd probably just assign, like in there, I'd put, you know, let's say that, let's say Macy bought a square. I'd put Macy, and then I'd just put her mint number below. I would assign that to her mint number, so I'd know. But if I do one that's not NFTs, do I even need to do an NFT to hold the square? No, I can just sell squares. Darth Wacko said, I was just thinking, what do I do with my extra superb NFTs? Wish there was a blend. There you go. There you go. Maybe I could do a special blend. This is a maybe. Don't anticipate I'm going to do it. Maybe I could do a special blend next year that's like, hey, if you have squares for the last 4 games, you can get a free square this year. It's a lot of work. I don't think I would. But that's just I'm just spitballing. Blends should be of the winning team. You lost me there. I'm not quite sure I follow. LIV, let's go. Is it next year, LIV? And it's going to be in... Hold on, don't tell me. I just read this. 2 years it's LA. Next year it's San Francisco. Next year it's going to be in San Francisco, which is a beautiful stadium. Winning team color scheme. I got you. Next year is LX. Oh, that makes sense. It was LIX, and the Roman numerals work. The IX means take one from the X. So now we add one. So now it's LX. That's going to look interesting in the logo. Do a blend with odds like 1 in 5 and do an exclusive NFT, or use up old leftover NFTs to free up your RAM. Yeah, the RAM is an issue. We were talking about that with Bubba James over the texting back and forth with him. He moved. This is a recommendation I make to everybody. If you have any Funko NFTs in your Wax wallet, move them to drop. There's no reason for him to have them over on Wax, unless you have them for sale and you specifically want to get Wax for them. But if they're not currently an active listing and you don't need to segregate them from everything else for any particular reason, get them all over to drop, because over there's no charge for storage. So free up the RAM in your Wax wallet by doing that at least. My 20 squares are ready for a blend. Oh man, did you go that many, Natty? I'm so sorry you didn't win anything, but thank you for participating. I appreciate it. RAM is only used when you list a sale, not for holding the NFT, I'm quite sure. No, I don't think that's true, because RAM, the way I've understood it from the beginning, and if I'm wrong, but please let me know, but the way I've understood RAM from the beginning is it is storage. So it's like your binder for your Pokemon cards. You have X amount of RAM that you use, because I have been having to add RAM over, I don't list many NFTs at all. And I've been having to add RAM more and more and more as I collect more NFTs. So to me, it backed up that theory that RAM is storage. And I've heard other people say that too, or maybe we're all mistaken. It's fine. It's the gamble. Didn't work out this year. Oh, there you go. That's the attitude. Oh, well, let's see if we can get an answer on this then. I've always thought that was the case, but I mean, I definitely could be wrong. RAM, Wax, wallet. Understanding Wax blockchain resources. RAM. Beyond net and CPU, there's another pivotal component, RAM. This resource acts as the permanent storage of the blockchain. It's where all critical data such as ownership details, digital collectibles, or Wax token balances is securely stored. While the functions of RAM may seem behind the scenes for collectors, it's crucial. You have to have RAM for set up an account, for the apps, and then definitely for buying and selling. Prices fluctuate based on supply and demand. As a collector, if you're looking to engage more deeply, perhaps by creating custom galleries or organizing community events, you may need to engage with the RAM market. For every digital collector, a smooth experience on the Wax blockchain is paramount. This is achieved by understanding blah, 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 blah. I mean, it definitely sounds like it backs up what I was saying, but I think it also does definitely play into buying and selling. Each of those activities. Yeah, I agree with you, Uga, there, for sure. Maybe it's both. Could it be both? Could it be both storage and activities? Huh. You have a point, Uga. What happens if somebody's at 100% and you try to send them an NFT? It never bounces back. It doesn't say no. Could that be written into the contract though? Huh. Okay, well that's that. I need to do a deeper dive and understand better. Then it sounds like what you're saying makes sense, Uga. I'm certainly not the kind of person to say, "Oh, I understand it and you're wrong." Why not both? Shruggy meme. Why do you have to close accounts on staking to free up RAM? Why you have to close accounts on staking to free? Okay, I never thought about that. Boba says when trying to collect on 7.2 Tide error. So that's the CPU. The CPU is definitely, like in this article, it's about your current processing, right? CPU represents speed. Depending on the Wax blockchain's activity, the CPU bandwidth you can access will vary. When there's a flurry of activity, say during a highly anticipated digital collectible drop, the CPU time is more constrained. Conversely, during quieter periods, you'll have more CPU available to you. Yeah, I don't think I'll do that, Nadu. I struggle with what to do with extras in these situations, but I don't like to then just use them as fodder later for other things, because I think it dilutes the value of them overall. Like, to know that there were 8 one-of-one NFTs in this drop and 7 went out, but one, in fact, I should burn the remaining 1. I think I should burn it. I don't like to say, like for those of you who maybe donated, and I send NFTs to a lot of people who donated, and there's a few left because I couldn't get those people's wallets, I don't want to just give those away later. Like, I don't think they should be diluted by making them a freebie later. I'd rather make something new than do that. It's a good thought. I'm not trying to shoot you down. I'm just saying I put a lot of time and thought into these things, like just like the blends. If the blends don't all get done, I've been saying this for over a year and a half and I haven't done it. I think the old blends should be the blend should be finished. The remaining items from the pool should be taken out of the pool, and then those items should be burned. Much like, I think it would be less confusing for Funko and all the fans if each time they didn't sell out, because they have their window that they designate. I think that the remaining non-sold packs shouldn't just burn the packs. I think they should drain the pool, essentially, get all the NFTs that were left that would have been in those packs out, and those should all be burned, because it would then allow us to have better data. We'd be able to look and go, well, that one-on-one was burned. It's not even in the remaining packs. It'll never be obtained by anyone. You can look, you can see it's burned. We know that's the end of its life cycle. It's done. I would much rather see that than, okay, and I love Pop and Stock's site, that it tells us that for Stranger Things we had a 48% burn or whatever, and then we can do the math and figure it out. But why are we having to do the math? If they were just burned, we'd know. The person that mints the NFT is who pays the RAM for holding of the NFT. Well, that could explain why I'm constantly having to add RAM. Why people have set up to purposely store old NFTs of games like Farmer's World to tie up their RAM so they can cash it out by people burning the NFTs. Oh, I didn't even know that was a thing. Huh, I didn't know that. I always feel bad when an NFT gets burned because I'm an art person and time and effort was put into design. I mean, me too. That sucks. But at least you know what happened with it. You can always look at the template. You can see it. It's still there. The template's still there. But the actual NFT that was minted is now burned. I'm with you. I understand that. But it also is part of what makes this world fun. Think of the fires that have happened at a person's, like, I don't wish this on anybody. Let me get this. Let's think of LA. And I'm not trying to make light of the situation. It's horrible. I hate that this all happened to people. But think of a collector in LA who had a rare one-of-one sports card. Let's say, because in LA, you might very well have a signed Ohtani one-of-one. And now that card has been burned. It literally been destroyed. It now makes, depending on how you look at it, it now makes the other Otani one of ones even more valuable because now we know that one's destroyed. I don't think PSA or any people have any kind of tracking that goes, hey, did you have all this stuff? It was in an account. Was it destroyed? Let us know, and we can now show that it's even more rare than it was before to have one of these PSA 10s of something or a graded 1 of 1 or something. You can't have that in that world. We couldn't trust people. Somebody would call and say, oh, that was burned, it was destroyed, it's gone, and they try to take it off of their system, and then it surfaces 3 years later in a sale. That's bullcrap, because people lie. You can't trust people. But you can trust the blockchain. So to burn it, we know it's never going to be available again. So should I open my old Funko packs for a 101? Bubba James, you can absolutely look and see if the 101 still exist in packs. In fact, I've been meaning to share this with you guys. We had a friend that used to come around the stream. I don't know if he comes around anymore. But I stumbled back onto his one of his tools the other day for the first time. I'm trying to find it now in all my freaking tabs. Was it Climbing Moon? I think it's Climbing Moon. Has this really cool set of tools. I had the tab open and it disappeared on me. Yeah, here it is. Let's see, can I do that? How do I get back to, there we go. Okay, Climbing Moon has these cool tools. And I meant to send this to you specifically, Darth Wacko, but you guys may appreciate this. He has these cool tools in here, like the coin set check, and I can share this in the chat with all of you. I forgot about these for a long time, and I found them the other day when I was trying to do some research, and I think it's super, super interesting. Oh, cool, Uga. That's awesome. Yeah, very talented, right? But for us Funko collectors, here you go. For the 101s, Bobo was just asking about the Funko 101 Hunter, Funko 101 NFTs not pulled. If we look in there, you can actually see by drop any of the 1 of 1 NFTs that have never been pulled. So big boy. How do we read this? 36 1 of 1 still available in the following 71 pack bonus slot pools. So he knows by looking on the blockchain that there are certain NFTs that are still in there. There's still a silver Freddy. There's still a gold Max Token Head, a bronze Bob Ross, etc., etc., etc. So then, based on that information, you can look and you say, okay, for Silver Freddy Big Boy, there are still 1,181 standard packs, 450 premium packs left. 92% of the standard, 91% of the premium have been burned. So you can look at those and you could... The odds were 0.02% of pulling. I don't know if that was at the time that the packs were put out or the percentage chance based on what's remaining. Our numbers are different. I'll fight anybody on that any day, even though y'all all tell me I'm wrong. But you can look and go, okay, look, there's 1,600 packs left. There's 1 of 1. Maybe I get lucky. Maybe I could buy a pack. Currently, about $15 for a standard, about $43.80 for a premium. So you could look and you could make a determination on whether or not you wanted to try for it. If there are two different items that are from the same artist that's a 1 of 1 and one gets destroyed, the other one might get a bump. Precisely, yeah. But the bump would be bigger if it was, say, a 1 of 2 and one of... I agree with that. Yes. Yeah. But the reason why we haven't had these conversations around stuff like the 1 of 1 signed Shohei Ohtani cards is because in the real world, we're never able to fully track... You could find a list somewhere and somebody will go, okay, there are 18 Shohei Ohtani 1 of 1s somewhere. There's Topps, there's Bowman, there's Fanatics, there's all these different companies that have made them. And now we found out one was burned in a fire. Now there's only 17. If that data was accurate and available to everybody, that would definitely have an impact. This is a new thing in this new world of the blockchain that can actually give some real value to a 1 of 1 in the scenario where, let's say there were only 5 1 of 1s of things and now there's only 4. Now we know for sure. Okay, Uga, yeah, please ask. I think these are really cool. I mean, look at this. Remaining packs, $12.96. Here one, Bob Ross. There's only 425 packs remaining. However, and this goes back to the conversation I was just having, a good chunk of Bob Ross was burned. Meaning the packs were burned, not the NFTs that are in the pool. Meaning all 425 of these remaining packs for Bob Ross could be open, and the one of one would never be found because it's still trapped in the pool, which is why I say they should drain the pool and burn the contents before burning the packs, or they should, in some sort of sick, quick, sped up process, open burn, open burn, open burn, open burn. That would take forever. Would be interesting to watch, because it would be like, oh, I'd watch that live if they did that. But Walking Miracle says, so Sully Misty made a point, Ari, the unblended stuff, Priscilla sells packs a couple times a year that include unclaimed NFTs. That way you're not just giving them away. That's true, could do that instead of just draining the pool and destroying. But if they're not, I guess you're selling as a pack, you're not doing a blend. That's a good point. I'll keep it in mind. That's a good point. Open burn can still BEW automated, or can still be automated with this. I think the same thing. I totally agree. And I think it would be an interesting thing to watch. But, and again, this is not a dig at Drop or Funko. They are always looking at, we're a publicly traded company. How do we take the next step to bring in more money to appease our stockholders? No matter what you can say about anything else they're going to do, that's always the top priority. Always. Right there with keep the doors open to the business and keep it afloat. Secondarily, it would be cool to do something like that to set our minds at ease, but they're not going to spend the money to develop that. There's no way. They're not going to spend the money. They would have to be, NFTs would have to be roaring along doing so good that they were like, oh, we're making gazillion dollars. Let's do something fun for the fans. And no, they're not going to do it because they're not going to spend the money. Can't just pick by choice NFTs from the pool. They would have to. That's what I'm saying. Well, once the yeah, they couldn't. You're right. I was thinking if a packs all sell out, then the remaining packs that weren't burned, then yes, you could drain the pool. But at the time you went to drain the pool, there's still plenty of packs that are unopened, so it would be unfair. If an open and burn is done with the packs, that would affect the current packs. You're saying what I was saying. Yeah. Just now. You had already typed it, and then I was saying it. Yeah, you're right. Leaving them in the pool to me isn't fair either. But I'm not sure if that's logical or not, but just how, same. I want to know more. Like these one-on-ones, I want to know if they're still in those packs or if they're destroyed. On the flip side, maybe they purposely are doing it because people like us are talking about this, and we're like, well, maybe I do buy one of those packs off the secondary market. They get 8% of that, and then open it only to find out it's not in there. Well, let me try another one. They get 8% of every one of my I want to try another ones. I think after the snapshot is taken, they should open burn. Yeah. I mean, and the next step is going to be the Drop Arcade. Once Drop Arcade launches and we know more, we'll be able to look back and go, okay, them not doing the open and burn thing or draining the pool actually has made them a lot more money. Or we could look at it and go, crap, had they done the open and drain the pool and burn all those things, it sure would have helped us in Drop Arcade. We won't know until we get the full details. Because then at that point you can't get redeemables anyway. Yeah, but you still can pull one of ones. And the NFTs still, Grails especially, but legendaries, royalty, coins, etc., or series, they all still have a value that is affected by what is or is not in those packs. Right? It may not be significant, but it's something. But anyway, okay. On top of the 101, you also have a Pac-Man thing where you can track the status of your collection. The coins, the coin set check. This one is important. This because a lot of you are a lot of people, not you. A lot of people are thinking, oh, the coins are going to have a huge part in this Drop Arcade thing. I don't think they are going to have a huge part. I think they may have a part. But I can put in my Wax wallet and I can check to see. Oops, I put in the wrong wallet. I can check to see how complete I am on all coins. Look at that. I have 73 out of 74 coins. I only need one more. And that's, oh, guess what? It's the one that just came out. That's the only one I need is love. You know what? I didn't buy a Bob Ross. You would think that, right here, the Revenge. I was gifted one. I think Boba James gave me one of those coins. So thanks to him, I'll be complete. But I didn't participate in the Bob Ross drop for reasons I've talked about before. But if they burned a 101, that could be bad for the whole collections pack value. That's what I'm saying, Uga. Yeah, absolutely. By them doing that, we want it, but it might actually not work for them because now they're going to make 8% of all those pack sales from people who think they may be able to get it still. Yeah, it was Boba James. I was right. I remember that because I was like, oh, that's super sweet. I love that. Even though I'm not collecting that collection for personal reasons, you know what? I'm glad to have it. Ultimately, I'm glad to have it. It was just, I was staying out of Bob Ross. I think I have a few of the cards randomly. I just was not going to support through the pack buying because that doesn't, as far as I know, that is just money stolen from his family. That's the way I see it. After watching that documentary, I could be wrong. Maybe the license they signed with Bob Ross and the estate is different. We don't know. We don't know the contents. If they wanted to, Funko wanted to put some people at ease, and again, they don't care that much because it's not going to give them that much money to anybody, to them. They could say, hey, guys, we did make sure this contract with Bob Ross was signed so that his family is actually benefiting from it, not those con people that stole from him. So I only need the coin here to be 100%. And the coin is down to $2.09. I'm going to do this at some point. How many are out? How many are there? 1,184 have been collected. I don't think that's going to retain its $2 value. I think it'll drop. So I'm just going to wait. Oh, it's not $15. It's $2 here. I don't even know what it is on Wax. Things have changed a lot over the last week with that collection. Specifically into Sidetrack. Standard packs now down to 30. Premium packs down to 83, which is very, in my opinion, very reasonable compared to what we thought it was going to be. There are, of the standard packs, come on, where's the number? 4,108. I think we were about 60% burn when we were talking about this before. So not that many more packs have been claimed in the last, since Friday. And for premium, 2,704 of 6,000. So again, not that many have been claimed in the last week. Dozens, maybe 100 or 200 at most. Not much. It hasn't moved the needle like we thought it was going to. I need to get Wax so I can get the coins I need. It's quite a few, but last set I did was Matrix. Oh, you're talking about Bob Ross. Bob Ross is at 1289. Wow. Wow. Yeah, that's a good one. So anyway, that thing on Climbing Moon site is really cool for that. I'm almost 100% complete on coins. Personally, to me, I think the upcoming Drop Arcade game is going to feature NFTs from all varieties. Whether it's the series coin, commons, uncommons, rares, epics, grails, legendaries, royalties, etc. Everything. Bonus NFTs. I think it's all going to be included in there somewhere in order to move the needle on the secondary market and boost sales so that they get their 8% cut. I think that's what this all boils down to. So all these other checks are also important. How about grails? Where am I at on grails? I'm going to see how many I have. I think I'm doing pretty good on these. One I don't have, and I'm not getting anytime soon, is Harry Potter. That thing's like 70, 80 bucks. I'm at 59% of all grails. Never got the original Turtles. Never got Bob Ross. Scooby, DC, Power Rangers, Game of Thrones. But I have filled in quite a few over the last couple of weeks. Oh, Tanner, it's climbingmoon.com. Here you go. I'll put it back in the chat. Yeah, I meant to tell you about it too once I remembered it again. I'm pretty sure the Climbing Moon came by the stream and told us about this, unless it's a different Climbing Moon, in which case I don't remember how I found it. Royalty sets. So this is, I don't think this is, do you contain have all the cards from all the NFT sets, but do you have the royalty set NFTs? I could be wrong. Let's see. It'll give a template number, I think. Yeah, there's a template number. So this is, do you own that one royalty NFT card? And guess what? The one I'm missing there, Bob Ross. All the others, which to be fair, all but like one, I've actually completed the royalty set myself. Some I bought on the secondary market. Legendary. How am I doing on legendary? This is a much quicker way. What I was trying to do is go through sets and go, what am I missing out of each set? Am I missing a legendary? Missing a grail? Let me fill those in. This way, get a quick checklist, and it's easier. This the only one you're missing, Tanner? Yep. For legendaries, I'm missing, go figure, both Bob Rosses. I'm at 92% complete on Legendary. Squid Games. There's a Legendary I could fill in there. TDA. What's TDA? Somebody help me out. I totally blanked. There's 3. I can't do it. Anybody got TDA for me? Somebody got it quick. Stranger Things. Funkoween. Beetlejuice. Most of the ones that are still active are the ones I'm missing. So that'll be fairly easy to fix once they close. I just don't want to pay a premium for them. I'll wait and then buy them after the redemption window ends. I'm weird about the cards that are associated with redeemables. I only have the ones I'm actually redeemed. I don't want cards I don't own. After I bought the Alien Royalty token, I had to buy the NFT. I mean, Disney Afternoon. That makes sense, Pocket Valley. Tanner, I would say if you think you want to play in the Drop Arcade later, you might need to go to therapy to figure out how to fix that. Because I literally think that all these cards are going to come into play. And if you're sitting back going, well, I don't want to spend the $1 on a Legendary I never owned, but then that Legendary comes into play in Drop Arcade, you're probably going to regret it. Especially if they make the Drop Arcade pop or redeemable or whatever, something you're really excited about. So maybe therapy? I don't know. Maybe there's a 1-800 number you can call. I'm not making fun of therapy. I've gone to therapy. Mythic set. I'm probably 0. This is one of my most lacking. Okay, you're gonna wait and pay a premium. Oh, that's your call, Tanner. Yeah, there's only 3 Mythic. I don't own any of them. Funime, Spooky, Fest. I'd like to fill in those blanks at some point. What would be cool is if can I click that? Oh, it does do it. Beautiful move, Climbing Moon. Whoa. The cheapest on that Mythic is $284 for a pop that has been redeemed and sent out. Wow. This makes 0 sense, y'all. There are 499 of this NFT in the world. And the cheapest one's $284. I have NFTs from things that are 5 or 10 or 25, and they're not worth nearly what this is worth. This is insane. I did not know that was that expensive. How about Spooky? But I mean, it's the lowest listing. Could go over to Drop, and maybe it's cheaper there, but it is the lowest listing regardless. Yeah, we need to check Drop as well. I wish this was like Pop and Stock where we could see both alongside one another, but it's not. I'm not going to go as far right now, but eventually I'd like to own them. And then Festival of Fun, that Mythic, I think somebody said it's down to like $85 on Drop. Just earlier in the stream today, 78 on Wax. So the active one is the cheapest one. That doesn't make any sense at all. Okay, you guys want to know what they are? Since we're looking, you guys want to know what they are? Okay. Festival of Fun, Mythic is currently 85. That was correct information. Then we had Funkoween, Mythic, 230, still active, to be fair. And then we had, you guys can see this, right? Okay. And then we had Funime. Wow, I found those pretty quick. And that, $15? How many? There's 18 of those listed. Now we're talking. This is more like it. I would maybe consider, Professor Josh, friendly reminder, list those eddies. It's up to $20 now. I still need one. I forgot to get back with you on a possible trade, but that thing goes tomorrow to Snapshot. So if you got those Stranger Things eddies, be sure you get them listed or do something with them because your last 24 hours, less than 24 hours now. See, the other one is just old before price went down at well, yeah, and of course I'll always check. I'm not gonna buy on that one at $225. But I'm just saying there's not a lot available on Wax. That may be the only one, or there might only be 2. Still, you got 20 total listings, and even then, $15. Not a Grail. It's a Mythic, so it's even better. I guess that's right in line. If you look at the Harry Potter has gone nuts, man, and I'm not surprised. Harry Potter Grail. The cheapest is $40. It has come down. It was up to like $70 or $80. Still, that's a Grail you don't get the pop for. The redemption has ended. There is this value for the NFTs. Maybe we're finally starting to see the real light at the end of the tunnel, and the attitude's going to flip and switch for the rest of the folks who aren't into it. We'll see. I don't have extra. I have 9 royalties, so I don't know if I want to list any. Oh, you have not. Well done, sir. Well done, sir. I didn't never look to see you had 9 royalties. I thought you just had 9 epics. That is amazing. You're set. That one has just been on the rise, man. Check what the Grail actually sold for. 33, 30, 38, 30, 34. And it says 3 months ago. I don't remember when that definitely was post snapshot, because that Grail was a $300-$400 Grail. So it's selling for good money. Yeah, it's selling for good money. If you look at the history, you can look at that. There's a point where there's just like a line in the sand. Look at how cheap it got at $1.7. I wish at $4.50. Yeah, look at this. $5.23, and then the day after, all the people who have no faith whatsoever in the future of the NFT started dumping them. $5, $4.50, $6.50, $6.50. I should have jumped on them then. I didn't. I still want to add that one to my collection so I can be complete one day with all the NFTs. But royalty sets tend to drop off after snapshot. The epics hit their peak right before the token is cheaper, usually. You know, if you have 9, Professor Josh, it might be really interesting to see about selling one set of epics off, leaving you with 8 royalties. But how much more money do you think you'd make off selling the epics for your 9th set, let's say? What would you get for that versus what is the royalty set going to be worth tomorrow for the coin, or when the pop arrives and hits the tertiary market in 6, 7, 8 months, whatever it is? I bet Tanner's right. You would make more money selling those epics today, but you would never have the pop. So, but since you have 9, you're in an interesting position to test that. Oh, Uga, yeah, I think we've gone and looked at, like, when I get new pops in from the deliveries from Funko and Drop, I take the pop and we look at what was the value during the cycle on, let's say if we're talking about the royalty, we could look at the daily price of the royalty on Pop and Stock's charts, then follow that immediately with the royalty coin and see what that did in its fluctuation, and then what did that do when it hit eBay, Mercari, etc. And I would love to see somebody chart all that out so we can see if there's a pattern. Like, does it always go down when it hits the tertiary market? Does it always go flatline? Does it always go up? I think at the very beginning, it was up. Like Turtles, I'm saying back when it first started, it was up. Over time, it flatlined and then even went down by the time it hit the tertiary market. But I think lately, we've seen a little bit of an incline from coin to market. I would love to see that all charted, but we don't have that all in one place. Professor Josh says it's only 860. Yeah, we looked at that earlier. Yeah, you're in a unique position. That's pretty awesome. You completed 9. Alien epics were going for crazy before the snapshot, and then the coins were selling for like 80 bucks. It's insanity. It's the FOMO thing. But also, you have to look at completing the royalty set gets more expensive because there are only 862. So by gatekeeping the epics at a higher price, you keep that number down. It's an interesting little dynamic in sports, in collecting, that we've never really seen before, because nothing like the snapshot it's kind of like a pre-sale, right? In a way. But pre-sales are like open quantities, so it's not fair. There's no fair comparison, I don't think. I kept pulling epics for my Stranger Things standards. I sold an 11 epic for 40 and Lucas for 33. That's the highest epic I've ever sold. Nice. Very nice. Yeah, I haven't sold many epics. Just occasionally when I had like one extra, or I had, a couple extra and I needed to sell one so I could get a different epic. And then I just look at that as like a trade or a wash, because I essentially spent the money on something else anyway. But anyway, I thought this tool was really cool, that I wanted you guys all to see from Climbing Moon, because if you are a OCD collector who likes to complete things, these tools make it real easy to know where to fill in the blanks for coins and grails and royalties and legendaries, etc., etc. Very, very interesting. There's this tool too. He has the Funko Pack estimated value. You can look up, like, let's say Beetlejuice Premium Pack right now. The estimated value is $41.72 based on the likelihood of pulling epics, legendaries, grails, one-of-ones, etc. from a pack, and then what is the actual current price on the market. But look at that. They say that the Love Pack should be about $57 for a premium right now, based on the way the epics, legendaries, grails, and etc. are selling, with a difference between the two of pack estimated value versus current price, and none of them is the value higher than what the market currently dictates. Isn't that interesting? Oh yeah, I don't think it would be too tough, Uga. Honestly, I don't think it would be too tough to map that. I have way too many Ultra Erics from Stranger Things Season 2. I got several packs with 2 or 3 in there. Wow. You did good, sir. You got all the packs I wish I'd gotten. Tanner said that Eddie Freddy was crazy expensive to complete, and now there's one for $90 on eBay. The Freddys just don't seem to retain their value. It just makes no sense. But it makes no sense, given what Freddy's at Fun Days go for versus what Freddy's from these sets go for. And I keep hoping that one day that balance changes. But right now, it's very off-kilter. Yeah, Uga, for sure. I mean, I wish I had those skills. I don't. But that would be really interesting data to look at, wouldn't it? Yeah. Freddy's go up later on, it seems. I'd want to see data on that. I don't fully believe that based on what I've seen. There's a couple of exceptions, but based on all the times we've looked at all this data, like we were just talking about with Uga, all the different parts of the, while the packs were still around, after Snapshot, when we're talking about coins, to eBay, Mercari, etc. Like, seeing all that chart, I don't think the Freddy's do this. I think the Freddy's maybe do this or down. I don't think they go up. There's exceptions, but it's not the common trend. Exactly. Yeah. If we've learned anything from this, it's that there is no standard pattern. There are some trends, but there's no standard pattern that applies to all drops. And it's very interesting. I love trying to figure it out. I think it's so much fun. One thing that I have seen pretty dang consistent, though, and I think about this a lot and I don't apply it enough, is this graph, this chart that Pop and Stock does that's a live depiction of the royalty sets. If we overlaid all of them on top of one another, I'd say that 90% of the time we see a low point or a very fair point compared to where it starts and where it ends around the 50-60 day mark, right? So around the 50-60 day mark here, a little lower than where it started. It's where people get bored with it. They don't think about it much anymore. Let's test it on a couple of these and see if I'm right or if I'm way off here. In my head, this is the way I see it. 50-60 day mark, it hit a low of 43.35. Beetlejuice. 50-60 day mark. This one doesn't work. It's still a much fairer price compared to where it's at now. So it still would have been good to get in there, but you could have done way better 10 to 20 days out. So that disproves my theory. But if you look at all of the drops ever, look, 50-60 day mark, not bad. Little over the lowest point, but not crazy. Definitely not 122, definitely not 80. So it was a more fair time to jump in. Sunny. It all comes down to the strength of the IP and design of the mold. Yes, those have huge impacts. Huge impact. 50-60 day, that one doesn't really work either. So my theory's for crap. But I think if you did look at something and if you did look at that window of 56, I think there's 50-60 days, I think there's opportunity. Look, in this 50 to 60 day window, we had a big drop again, a significant drop. So you could get closer to where it was at the beginning. I think that's a good window to at least look at. So as these happen, we definitely have to pay attention and say, what's happening at 50 days? At 50 days, can I jump in and do something that people may not be paying attention? I think I missed a Tanner comment. I think I'll be selling my extra AT Freddy's as epics right before Snapshot rather than waiting for the coin. I mean, keep testing, right? Keep testing and see what happens. If you can find that right pattern where you can sell the epics and then get money for them and then buy the coin if you want it, you can always buy the epics back later cheap if you really want them in your collection. But there may be a game you can play like short selling. You're buying the epics because you know that all that overall royalty is going to go down in price. So jump on it, sell, get that money, then buy back the coin and make 20, 30, 40 bucks a piece. You do that enough times, you can make some real money off that. Not financial advice. Very interesting though, right? I think there's a lot of tools in the world of stock markets that we don't have in the world of Funko NFTs, but we have some great ones like Climbing Moon and Poppin' Stock and etc. There's a lot of cool tools out there. Well, not a lot, some. Chain Champs, great. I love Chain Champs. Okay, what else? Oh, we want to talk about Valentine's Day drop from Funko last week. We talked about it a little bit, but things have definitely changed over the last week. I saw the epics get down as low as around $10 and under. I scooped up a couple at under that. And then we do have kind of a runaway now with this baby Franny. The baby Franny, now it's 16, and there's 14 available. How many are available, the other ones? 35, 25, 33, 21, 43. Yeah, definitely that one's the rarest of the ones that have been listed on the market. So I think there's a real opportunity there with baby Franny, especially if you have extras of those. Might be a good time to sell. Make those couple extra bucks unless you're planning on completing multiple royalty sets. But I am almost there, gang. I'm at 88%. Thanks to I finally had sold some things on the secondary market to get me some money and was able to buy in some of these epics. But I did buy a couple epics, and a few rares over on Wax for cheaper than they were on Drop. So Wax has started to fluctuate as well, finally catching up with where Drop is on this drop. I only lack one uncommon, which I might as well scoop up. That's a fair price at 21 cents, in my opinion. And I lack a few rares. The rares have been fluctuating between $2 and $4. I have the cash to buy them all, but I'm just watching to try to get the best deals. Boba says, the ride is so all over the place. If you decide to wait for Star Wars to get in, you pretty much lost your shirt. Yep. Yeah, holding out can really get you. That FOMO's real. I saw epics drop real quick for mini 15 to 20 minutes before the snapshot for G.I. Joe. About one epic was holding out high. Smart. For me, it's a dumb move. It's a dumb move on my part, but I think I'm going to be waiting on Stranger Things until the very last second because I need that freak. Okay, it came down $1.50. I need that Eddie. There's 10. One extra one on the market. And what have these been selling for? Yeah, look at that. They've been selling right in that a little lower range. Somebody bought one at $20.50, but I want to go ahead and fill in these other holes so that when the time comes tomorrow, I can fill in that last epic and right at the buzzer. I can still do it. I know it's risky. It's risky. Yeah, it's really risky, but you know what? Let's do the trick. We haven't done the trick in a while. For anybody who's been collecting, maybe Darth Wacko, maybe you haven't seen this. I don't know if you have one. I've done it on stream before. But let's say you're collecting a set like Stranger Things, and you get to this point here where I'm at. Like, look at this. Common, I'm missing 1, 2, 3 commons. Uncommons, I'm missing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And if you notice too, there's a pattern. All those are a nickel, right? Rares, I'm missing 1, 2, 3. Well, I'm missing 13. And those are 5 to 10 cents. Now I could click on each one of these and spend my USDC, but to me the USDC is much more valuable because I don't get as much of it, and it's not as easy for me to convert to get the USDC as it is for Wax. I've been playing in the Wax game a long time. There's a lot of things I can do to get more Wax if I need to, right? Right, Red Ranger. I may think it is genuinely low. I agree with you. But let's say I want to fill in these blanks quickly and maybe even less expensive than buying them comparably on USDC on Wax. So there's a trick. So pay close attention if you've never seen the trick before. I'm gonna go over to Atomic Hub. Not the best site in the world anymore, but still a format that I really like, and it's the only site that you can do what I'm about to do on. Okay, then I'm gonna go to my inventory and sets. One thing Atomic Hub did early on was built sets for each of the Funko drops, and they seem to continue to do it. I don't know that it's automated, but it's there. Let's look up the set in question, which is Stranger. I've done this enough. I know the symbol for it. Go to Stranger. Make sure you're on the right series, Series 2. Now what this does is it breaks out commons. Here's all the commons, right? Uncommons, Here's all the uncommons from Series 2. Make sure you're on Series 2. Here's all the rares. Here's all the epics. It sees if you have them in your wallet and then says, hey, you do or you don't. If you want to buy it, you can buy it pretty easily. You can actually say add all missing ones to your cart. Of course, that would be for the commons, which I have highlighted. But right now it's showing all zeros because right now I am looking through the lens of my Wax wallet, yrgb4.wham. I don't want to look through that wallet. I want to look at my sully.dp wallet. Even though that exists on Drop, it is on Wax. Everything is built on Wax. It is there. So a little hack, it's a super simple one. Go up to your URL, look for your wallet, yrgb4 is mine. I look for that, highlight it, and just replace it with sully.dp. So you're actually hand typing in the URL. You're just editing one little part. Now we're looking through the lens of, we're looking at the sully.dp wallet. And we have a very different story now. You can use the search bar of Atomic Hub. Yeah, cool. Yeah, absolutely. I've got one completed set of commons. I'm 86% of the way through my next set. I'm missing several. We looked at this just a second ago. I'll move it over here. I'm missing 1, 2, 3. I could look through this list and figure out which 3 those are to complete my second. Well, I only own 1 of that, so I'm missing that one. I'm missing that one. And I'm missing that one. They each just say 1. Well, I don't need to go through it all. I can just say add missing NFTs to cart. It's going to add them to my cart, automatically picking the least expensive one. And if I look quickly down the side here, 0.5 wax, which is 0.016 cents. 0.0134 cents. You can't see because it's cut off, but I'm reading it to you. 0.0106 cents. All 3 of them together is 4 cents. That's cheaper than I would buy them on Drop right now. I got the cheapest deal. So I've already saved some money. That's just the commons though. Let's do the uncommons. Uncommons, I was missing 6 of them. I can do the same thing here, add missing to cart for the uncommons. It's gonna take those 6, add them to the 3 that I already had for the commons, and now I've got them all in there. We can quickly scroll down and look and see if all these are under 5 and 10 cents, we're golden, we're good. But if anything stands out, 32 cents for this one right here. I don't want to spend 32 cents on this one, this last one. So I'm not going to buy it there. I'm going to take it out of my cart. That just brought my total for all the commons and uncommons, sans one of them, to 15 cents. So I'm getting them cheaper and quicker than if I went through the process over here on Drop. And now the scarier ones, the rares. I do the rares. I'm not doing this with epics. Don't do this with epics. It's too dangerous. But common, uncommon, and rare, heck yeah. I'm going to add the rares in there. And then I'm going to look back at my card overall and see if anything is over the, what are the rares? 8, 10, 5. If anything's over 5 to 10 cents, I don't want to buy it on Wax. So let's scroll down and let's look at it here. 5 cents, 6 cents, 11. Okay, I'll take that one out. At 11 cents, I don't need to buy that. 3, 4, 6, 5, 4, 48 cents. Take that out. Yeah, all the rest of these are under or way under. I'm going to add 19 NFTs. I'm going to purchase for 74 cents. I'm going to go ahead and buy all those. I'm going to check out. Again, I'm not doing the epics. I'm not worried about that. I'm just buying the commons, uncommons, and rares. I'm buying all those. It's going to take them. It's going to put them into the wallet that I'm purchasing from, which is yrgb4. Even though we were looking at sully.dp's wallet, it's buying them for yrgb4. We were just looking through a lens. We're just looking at a filter. Now I go back to my inventory. I grab those NFTs that I just purchased, transfer them, which I can hit the first one, hold shift, hit the last one, and it'll tell me. No, it doesn't say, but that's 19 NFTs. And I'll transfer those to, does it say somewhere? I thought it said somewhere. It will in a second. And I'll transfer those to sully.dp. Make sure they're all Funko NFTs, because you transfer something that's non-Funko by accident, like let's say you're playing Twitchy Tides at the same time and you get some food or a fish, you don't want those getting wedged in the middle. I'm going to transfer all those. Ooga, isn't that helpful? I think, I don't remember, was it Boba? Somebody here solved that for me. It's huge. It's absolutely huge. Only on Atomic Hub, though. Doesn't work in a lot of other places, right? I'm glad we can help any one person with a simple thing like that. Yeah. Okay. Transferred them all. Now, the the time to show up on drop is definitely longer than if you transfer from drop to wax. The transfer is made, it's happened in the background. It's just that they take an extra like 20-30 seconds, sometimes a minute, 2 minutes to verify the information and show you your current state in your drop wallet. They're there. Nothing's been lost. It's been transferred. And if you look on Wax Blocks, or if you look at the transaction history or whatever, you'll see it's over there. So no harm, no foul. I wouldn't push this to the border, to the deadline at 10:58 a.m. tomorrow, trying to get these sent over for a royalty set. Never push that close. But you just need to know there's a delay. So if I refresh right now, it's not going to show that those NFTs have been sent over yet. We'll check back in a couple of minutes. They want the transaction to be irreversible. Chris VKC. Sir, where have you been? I'm just kidding. You never have to be here all the time. Could your wallet possibly be YRWUC.wham? I wouldn't want to ruin or put out any spoilers unless you want to know. That's you? Well, do you want to go back and watch the stream from earlier, or do you want me to tell you what happened? Because your wallet name came up. It's not a bad thing. You want me to tell you what happened? I can tell you what happened. I can save you the drama of what I'm doing right now, because this is some extra drama. Tell you. So we ran the Squares game. And we went and we allocated all the prizes for the people that won the first, second, the third, the quarter, the final of the game. And then we picked random numbers to pick who would be in the bonus box game. So in the first game, those numbers were 0 and 2. So this person, 0. Did I write down the number wrong? Whatever. We picked the people that were in the box game. And there were 4 in each. And your name came up in both of the box games. And you won both of the box games. So you've got 2 pops with your name on there that will soon be coming to you, assuming I verify your delivery information. I need you to get to send that to me again, just to make sure. But you won both freaking box games. You only had one box in each, and you won them both. Talk about luck. Nope, I wouldn't do that to you, Chris. I wouldn't do that. I like a good joke, but I don't like to trick people. That is you. I couldn't believe it. When we read the first one, do you want me to show you the pops, or do you want to wait and see? Do you want to look? Yeah, it is amazing. We couldn't believe it. I could show you the pops if you want to see the pops. I think you're really gonna like at least one of them, if not both. They're both valued at over $25. So that's you get a $50 win. You'll watch the VOD. Okay, I won't spoil it for you then. But you're gonna like both of them. So do me a favor, Chris. And shoot me your delivery information again. First, last name, full address. Twitter DM would be best if you don't mind doing it that way, so I can get these in the mail to you sooner than later. I got to do some prize deliveries here soon. But congratulations. Just thank you for the support on the Squares game, and I can't believe that happened to you. It's amazing. It's amazing. Isn't it great? Love seeing that happen. Okay, let's see. All that, we bought some time there. Let's see what happens now if we refresh. Do the ones we sent over from Wax appear here? Bingo, they're in. Okay, now we're complete on commons. We are not complete on uncommons. Remember, I took some stuff out of the cart because it was crazy amounts of money. Over on Wax, I wanted 38 cents for this one. I'm just going to fill in the blank with the 5-cent one now. Normally, I'm explaining all this, but normally I can do all this in like under 3 minutes, right? Purchase all the ones I want with just a quick perusal of the values, what they go into my cart for on Wax. Buy the ones I'm going to buy, send them over, and then just come in and fill in the blanks. And look at this one. 5 cents. I think that one, they wanted like another 40 or 48 cents over on Wax. I don't want that. I want the 5-cent version. Thank you very much. And this way I also keep my USDC as much as possible, because to me that's harder to get. 7 cents for this rare. And what have I done? I now am fully set on Stranger Things at the lowest possible price for me to purchase all these. And I'm just lacking the Eddie. Like an idiot, I'm sitting here waiting on one. I tell you guys never to do this, and I'm doing it. 98.53%, and I'm missing one freaking epic that I'm gonna have to buy, most likely here. Let's double check over on. Let's go ahead and check on here and just see if maybe somebody listed one today, but I doubt it. Somebody just said in the chat that this was, there were only 2 of these over here. I'm going to go to Eddie, or Epic Eddie. Come on, did I not hit enter? There we go. I did say Epic Eddie. Oh, Series 2. Series 2, Epic Eddie. Yep, $27.52 and $28. Those numbers don't work for me. So I'm gonna have to drop the remaining money there for that one. Yeah, hopefully that's helpful to anybody who's. I think that's the best, one of the best hacks we've ever found on stream, and that came from us working together. I think it was even Walking Miracle where I was like, man, this add missing to cart button that was here on Atomic Hub was so clutch. And then we had already figured out the trick of looking at your .dp wallet, and I think it was Walking Miracle. It was like, wait a minute, can you use that old trick with this new trick and make another new, even better trick? And it worked. And it worked, and we save ourselves so much time and money. Now, on the flip side, if you don't want to go through those extra little steps, you can always check Pop and Stock's website using the tracker and get the same, basically the same information, right? Go to set completion, put in your wallet on DP, your drop wallet, and pick the collection. So let's say in Stranger Things. Of course, it's going to look different because I've now completed everything except for that one epic. Hit submit, and it's going to look and see, hey, what do you have versus what do you need? Okay, I got 67 of the 68 NFTs I need. 1 card is missing. The cost to complete is $18.50 because we're missing that one. And if you scroll down, you can see the comparison or the prices listed. Right now, it costs you about $18.50 on drop. If it's green, that means drop is the cheapest. If it's not green, that means wax is the cheapest. Let's look at one where I'm missing multiple. That makes a lot more sense. Let's try, what do we got coming up after that? The Funkoween Series 2. Let's try the same thing there. What am I missing to complete the royalty set that I need to complete? What's next? Hit submit, give it some time. Okay, I have 36 of 70 to complete a third set. I already have 2 completed, but I complete a third set. It cost me $82. This tool is great because you can look and go, do I want to spend the money? Is it worth spending the money? I don't think 82 is worth it personally, but I can scroll down and look at the entire list of all the ones I'm missing, and I can go, okay, what's really causing the problem here? Well, this epic and this epic are where most of the pricing is. There's a $9.50. The rest of them are pretty affordable. So I could do a little digging and find out, what can I do on those? Can I get a better deal? There's over 25 of those. That's probably going to come down. There's only 15 of those. It might stay at $13.89. There's only 17 of those. It might stay at $10. But remember too, when you're looking at this chart, it doesn't say it there, but if it's a white DP logo, it means it's cheaper on wax. If it's a green DP logo, it means it's cheaper on drop. Adrian Torres says, any guesses of the new drop for Friday? So you're saying you think there'll be an announcement from Funko this Friday about another drop? I hope you're right. It's been an interesting way that they haven't told us much lately about future drops. I got no clue. They are so all over the place when we go from, oh, it's going to be Series 2 is something you love to Daria. You never know. I could say what I would hope for. I think we got to have a good license again. I don't want to know that far ahead of time. I want to know Friday before Tuesday, or 2 Fridays before the Tuesday. That's as far out as I want to know. I'm holding out. I'm still praying that we get Marvel, we get Pixar, that we get we've had Star Wars, so we know we're in the Disney camp. So we could get a Star Wars Series 2. If we do, I think they know at this point, got to put them in regular size boxes. Although the ones that came for the bigger boxes were beautiful. I love them. I would love to get Pixar, so there's a Sully in there. But I doubt we're gonna see that anytime soon. I think we'd see Marvel before we saw Pixar or any of that. We had Mickey and Friends. Professor Josh says Supernatural would be awesome. I'm a longtime Supernatural fan, so I 1,000,000% agree with you there. But I have to hold back my excitement because I don't think that moves the needle. And what I always say is we need drops that move the needle, that get sellouts, that have wonderful molds, that excite everybody and bring more people to collecting NFTs. We need sellout after sellout after sellout after sellout. So what we need is big licenses, not drop exclusives. So what I just said with Star Wars, Marvel, Disney, probably not the best for us next because they'll be drop exclusives, and we know that has a negative impact on the sales. Back to the Future Series 2 would be dope. I would love that. I would love that. That would be awesome. What else would I love? What's really popular that would do well? Star Trek didn't do all that great before. Did okay. But Star Trek's always something I enjoy. Doctor Who's never been done. I don't know what Doctor Who looks like these days with the fan base. I don't think it's near as popular as it used to be. The Boys could be a really good one. If they could find some really unique, fun characters to do, that could be really good. Boy, I immediately draw a blank. What else could we? Fantastic Plastic Series 3. I don't think it would move the needle. I think it's great for longtime collectors. I don't have anything against it. I'd love it. But for the betterment of everything we're doing with NFTs and for the values of everything to go up, I think we need bigger licenses. Same thing, Adrian Torres. Last Friday, I tweeted, today feels like a good day for a Drop Arcade announcement, because I want that more than I want an announcement of a next drop. But I think the two could come in tandem or just a couple of days apart. What else could move the needle? I don't think they can do any kind of sports or music, because I don't like, you could maybe do the Beatles. You'd have to do something like that. But you can't do just like general music. Like you can't say sports, or you can't say Super Bowl. You couldn't do that. That wouldn't work. That's not gonna happen. What else could we do? Any other suggestions? Ghostbusters would be fantastic, but I think the key is always the molds have to be unique, and they have to be enough to create that FOMO. So great question, Adrian. And people are probably like, oh man, here he goes again. The Drop Arcade to me is like one of the most exciting possibilities coming. To date, we have very little information, right? On purpose. They're being really coy. It's going to be a game where you can earn points. What's up, Robot? How are you? You can earn points, which will then be used to possibly get you, that can get you actual physical pop redemptions, new molds not used before. They've told us these little bits of information. We've pieced that enough together, right? What we don't know is, how do you get these points? We have our theories, but we don't know for sure. How do you get these points? They have said for things that have already gone all the way through snapshot and redemption, those NFTs. So we're talking stuff that's 5 months, 6 months, and older. Those NFTs will be in Drop Arcade and can earn you points. And they shared a really interesting screenshot that we can look at if we go and we type in Drop Arcade here over on Twitter. They shared this screenshot, which gives us a couple of more little Easter eggs, but not any real answers. What we see on the screen essentially, though, is there's a thing that says items converted. It's over on this left-hand side, real tiny. Items converted 84. So what this tells us is, at some point, you're going to use NFTs, items. You're going to turn those into some sort of either a burning process or a conversion process or a blending process. I don't know what they're going to call it exactly, but they say converted in this. And you will earn points for turning in those NFTs. My guess is they're destroyed forever. What's up, Funko Lover 30? How are you, Mindy? And you'll get points in return. And then there's going to be seasons, because we see here season rank, season score on the screen. So there's going to be a season, and it does say down here a season for this one. It says time left 64 days. So it sounds like the seasons are going to run for quite a while. So my guess is they are going to come forth on a day and say, Drop Arcade Season 1 launches today. Go to the portal, log in, and you'll see what you need to do. And you're going to get to the portal. This is a guess. This is a hypothetical. And it's going to say, hey, here is a menu, recipe of 5 NFTs. For every one of those NFTs you turn in, you'll get some points. Or for every time you turn in all 5 of these, like a blend, you would blend those to get points, you're going to get a bunch of points. You can do that multiple times and you can earn a bunch of these points. And that's going to get you on the leaderboard. And let's say if there's, and they show an example of this here, they're showing ranks 329, 330, 331, 333. There's a line right below 333 that says prize eligibility cutoff. So those pops with unique molds that they're going to gift out, if you made the top 333 on that one, you're going to get that prize. But that leaderboard can fluctuate throughout the season, and you can end up just below it, or you could end up right at the top. Who knows? And you'll have time in that season. You'll know when it's going to end to try and move yourself up on that leaderboard so you're good enough to get the prizes. That's what we know. Based on what's been put there and a little bit of speculation, we don't know Are the NFTs going to be burned forever? Is it going to be coin heavy? Like, are we going to have to use the series coins in every one of these? Is it going to use your grails and legendary NFTs? We don't know. We don't know a lot. I'm excited about the day it drops to rush in and see what it's all about. And if it is my thought of this blending thing, and you can blend as many times as you want, and each blend is good for like a week, and then there's new blends, or is the blend good for the whole season? We don't know. I think it's fun to not know. But what we really, really, really do know is, or what we think we know, my biggest hypothetical is they are looking for a way to increase sales on the secondary market because they get 8% of every sale on drop. And with all those sales and those burns, you're buying, they're making money off of it. And it's shrinking the available NFTs left in the overall pool, in the world. So something that had 5,000 before becomes part of one of these conversions, and now there's 3,000 or 2,000 or 1,000. And now that increases the value of that one, which means in the future, it will sell for more, and they'll make 8% off that too. I think this all makes sense. Adrian says that's really good because the NFTs we have already gotten for previous drops, and we don't need, could be gone for points to get even more exclusive. Exactly. That's that in a nutshell. I think that's what it's all about. Professor Josh says probably Harry Potter Series 2 coming in 2025. Prices went crazy. That would make perfect sense, but it's a drop exclusive. I think it will happen. I think you're right. Makes a lot of sense to me. The only thing that I think could stop it is if, when they made the deal with Warner Brothers, and if they paid Warner Brothers a flat fee, then this is all moot probably. But if they paid Warner Brothers a fee plus a percentage of the sales of the packs, they didn't make that much because the packs didn't sell out. There was a big burn. Or Warner Brothers could look at it and go, we worked with you guys. That was an experiment, and the NFTs didn't sell well. We don't know why. We could tell them why. We have 50 reasons why they didn't sell well. We're not going to do it again. Doesn't look good on our brand. Looks like people aren't excited about Harry Potter. We won out. I think that's a real possibility because I've been in those conversations and around those conversations before where these companies make giant leaps as to why something happened, and they're absolutely wrong, and therefore they'll shut off the possibility of doing future work. Marina Bach, I saw that. She's going to be the sorceress in the Motu movie. That's amazing. She's going to be great at that. That's a great casting. I don't know, a lot of speculation, but very exciting for Drop Arcade. I, for one, can't wait for the full announcement. I'm very ready for it. I just saw the time, gang. It's 1:25. I got to bounce at 1:30 to go pick the kiddo up from school and get her over to a dentist appointment. Kind of an emergency thing. So I got to go do this. So I'm going to have to bounce out of here. Therefore, I'm going to have to finish the stream up. I know we didn't get to play any more Twitchy Tides. I'm sorry. I hope you guys will be able to go join in on Twitchy Tides Tuesday and have some fun with some of the other folks that's on our lineup. I'm going to give you guys some points, so don't leave just yet. I'm going to raid over to somebody else, and then I'm going to be back on Friday. So definitely don't miss out on that. Don't forget to get your free NFT, ! Free NFT on Twitch. If you're on YouTube, I haven't put the link over there. We need to put the link over there so you can get your free NFT. People were saying how they want the Seal Freddy they showed from the Super Bowl as the Grail for April Fool's Season 3. Could be. That was kind of creepy, but kind of funny. Yeah, what a great stream. Thank you guys for being here. Let's I'll find somebody to raid. We'll give away some points. We'll get on over there. Let me drop real quick though, for my, it sounds good, Boba James. For my YouTube friends, let me drop this link over there for y'all real quick so you can get your free NFT. You got to fill out this form now. Basically, you have it for the next hour. You can still fill out this form. One per person. You fill out the form. Points. We'll get on over there. Let me drop, and you'll get the free NFT airdrop to your wallet either this afternoon or tomorrow. There you go. There's the form right there. Fill that out. Make sure you fill it out today. It's not going to be valid after today. It's not valid next week. I only give out free NFTs to people who come by during a very set window. So make sure you fill that out. Now let's see who's on over on the Twitch. I wanted to talk about Twitchy Tides today. We didn't get a chance to do that, but don't forget Twitchy Tides. There's a Model X giveaway going on through tomorrow at like 9 or 10 a.m. Make sure you enter that. It's simple. Follow Twitchy Tides on Twitter. Like, retweet, drop your wax wallet below. That's it. Those are very highly sought after. The only way you're going to get a Model X is through a giveaway on Twitch, so make sure you go do that. Make sure you get everything ready for Stranger Things for tomorrow. Don't forget to set an alarm, do all the tasks that we talked about, sell your packs or open your packs, sell your epics or make sure they're part of a royalty set, check your listings, and double check and make sure your royalty sets that you think are complete are complete. You don't want to find out that you're missing one NFT, and then you miss out on $100 to $150 pop because you didn't double check things. You got to do that by 11 a.m. tomorrow, 11 a.m. Pacific. Let's see, Welsh Dan is on. I don't know where we're at in the lineup for today, but I love Welsh Dan and his energy, so we're going to raid over to him. Dude's awesome. I want you guys to go over and hang out with him and hear all about what he's got going on, and do some twitchy tides and some digging and whatever you got to do to win. But before we go over there, let me add some points. You're welcome, Chris VKC. Don't forget to send me that information so I can get your delivery out to you. First, we're going to add points, all 100. Yep, perfect. That's over the number of people we have. And then we're going to raid over to Welsh Dan. Thank you again for being here, guys. I appreciate you. Congratulations to all the winners. Hit me up on Twitter if you have any questions, concerns, whatever. If you have ideas of how we can make the Superb Owl Squares game for next year even better, please let me know. Nice, Darth Wacko. I got one the other day. I need to get a second one for a blend, but that's an awesome pull. Congratulations. Here we go. We're going to raid over to Welsh Dan. Thank you again, everybody. Remember to wash your hands, check in on somebody you love, make sure you're doing okay, and above all else, most importantly, Nerd Unite. See you guys on Friday. Have a great one.
So many cool people doing so many awesome things.
There we go.